Yes, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd do a live stream. I haven't done one of these in a little while. Dan will be joining me shortly, Chelsea Dan, just to discuss just general football subjects. I mean, I'm doing the poker stream at 7:30, but I thought I'd come on and chat to you guys first because people are losing their minds. Arsenal look to be set to be appointing a new director. Liverpool, are they going to do the double? Chelsea fans protesting, Tottenham fans protesting. Everyone is at each other's throats. Why Arsenal fans? I think we got to speak about Arteta. We'll get on to Arteta in a minute and talk about should he be sacked, because that is probably the most talked about subject at the moment. Make sure you drop a like on the video or the stream. Sorry, I'm so used to doing videos, and make sure you let me know your thoughts down below. I want to actually start with Chelsea. Interesting time, Chelsea, right now. They're in a position where they're 1.5, 1.6 billion pounds into a, like, whatever you want to call it, project process. And at the moment, some fans want the manager out. Some fans want the ownership out. Some fans didn't want Poch sacked. Some fans think that their team isn't good enough. Like, it's a weird one for me because Chelsea they're a team that should be, let's just be honest about it. They're a team that should be challenging for league titles. Or they were a team challenging for league titles. They were in a title race at the beginning of the season. And like, I look at them right now and I just think they're a decent centre-back, a decent goalkeeper, and probably, I would say, one more forward. A striker, a centre-back, and a goalkeeper. If you put those three in this Chelsea side, and I know you can say that about, I don't know, 15, 20 teams in Europe right now, I think they're pretty much there. Big up True Blue Clay. Henry, I personally don't think we should about Palmer. What do you mean we should about? I'm not understood what you mean there. Big up Josh, hope you're well. Big up Doc. Yeah, when I look at Chelsea right now, I just think, like, if I actually look at I want to look at their recent results. I mean, look at this. I mean, if this doesn't tell you what inconsistency is, then I don't know what will. Like, beating Southampton, but losing to Villa, losing twice to Brighton, losing to City, drawing to Bournemouth, scraping wins past Chelsea and Wolves. Like, people are saying, should Palmer, should he be heavily criticised? I mean, let's look at their lineup that played against Southampton, right? That lineup, I mean, what's everyone's thoughts on it? Like, Neto playing in a false nine, and Nkunku, for me, he's not as prolific as they need. Palmer missed a handful of chances. Jadon Sancho is very inconsistent. The players at Chelsea have got that I do actually rate and I do like. I do like Cucurella. Obviously, Caicedo is a top player. Colwell and Adarabioyo, for me, are just a little bit shaky. Gusto's a good fullback. I don't really like this experiment of playing Reece James in midfield. I don't really get that. But they are in a position right now where they're a striker. If they brought in, this is all hypothetical, right? If they brought in, let's say, Victor Osimhen, Mario Bastoni, and let's say, I don't know, Mayan from Milan, I think they're there or thereabouts winning league titles. Clay, it's on Clear Lake. DJ Sav says, big up Henry. Who is Banter FC's Arsenal's new sporting director? We'll get on to that in a minute. The Arsenal situation is very, very interesting to me because I think half the fan, but I'll get on to Arsenal in a minute. Yeah, I'm just talking hypotheticals. Like, a ball-playing centre-back, a goalkeeper, and a striker, and they're there. They are pretty much there. Oh, Alessandro Bastoni, I apologise. But this Chelsea side, right, you got Palmer, for me, who's one of the best playmakers, one of the best 10s. around. I really rate him. Sancho and Neto and Christopher Nkunku are just a little bit inconsistent. Other than that, though, like, their midfield is decent. Fernandes is a good player. Caicedo, Lavia, when the guy can actually stay fit, you know, he's another good option they've got there. Like, I think maybe I would say 2 or 3 players away. But is top 4 good enough? Is it good enough what Chelsea fans want? Bastoni never happening. Mustafa, big up. How are you? Yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you drop a like on the video. On the stream, sorry. I apologise. I keep saying video. Chelsea Dan will be here very, very shortly. It's because they hired the new SDs who are hell-bent on turning us into Brighton. Yeah, like I saw the protest Monday night when you played Southampton. And, like, I'd love to know what are Chelsea fans who actually went to the protest. Is it that the ownership don't match the fans' base's ambition? Is it the fact that they are just going down the wrong route of buying young players? Or is it the fact that they just miss Roman Abramovich? Because like them walking down the high street singing his name ain't going to change anything. It's not going to change absolutely anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for protesting. And I think, you know, when we protested the other day against Enoch and against Levy, I am all for it. I am all for the protest. But I in terms of my fan base, in terms of Spurs, I don't think that protesting against Enoch and Levy in the short term is really going to do anything. This has to be going on for well over a year. And let's be honest, 20,000 people or 100,000 people or 60,000 people, whoever's on the waiting list, if you give up your season ticket, like, yes, I understand you're doing your part, but in the grand scheme of things, you're so easily replaced because of how long the waiting list is. I heard there was no consistency in the message. My problem is with the model. I want to see the light and change this approach. So what approach would you want? Like, what would it be to go get experienced players like you used to under Roman, you know, go hell-bent on trying to win the league, stay down this process of young players? Like, what is it? Yeah, big up Josh. I mean, Liverpool fans right now, like, I want to talk about Liverpool because I think they deserve a lot more praise than they're getting from rival fans. What Arne Slot is doing this season, it's absolutely insanity. The guy walks into a dressing room, right? A changing room. Walks into a dressing room where Jurgen Klopp, what I would say was the closest thing in the Premier League era they've had to their, you know, Alex Ferguson type. He built up a squad. He replaced the midfield in one season. He brought in Szoboszlai, Endo, McAllister, Gravenberch. He brought in all these players. He gelled them. He got them playing his style. Arne Slot comes in, and it's almost like the Paisley Shankly 2.0. And, I mean, it's fucking insane. Like, they're 13 points clear. Arsenal are closer. This is how crazy this season is, right? This is how nuts it is. Arsenal are closer to 10th. Wait, that's the 10th? Yeah. Arsenal are closer to 10th than they are first. Like, that is ridiculous. This season, I mean, look at it. There's 6 points between 3rd and 10th. Brighton, every single team for me, between 10th and 3rd, is in a European battle. Like, battle to finish in a European place. Quiet. Cup of tea is bloody roasting. Like Chelsea for me. They've got Leicester. They've got 2 games against Copenhagen. They should be able to beat up some momentum. Newcastle, if they can beat Brighton in the FA Cup, and imagine if they beat Liverpool in the Cup, the amount of momentum they'd have for the remainder of the season. Bournemouth, I know they've lost their last 2 games, but they have been a very, very good side this season. Brighton have won 3 games on the bounce. Fulham have won 3 of their last 5. Villa are just very, very inconsistent side. You know, they're probably going to go all out for the FA Cup. I mean, look how far... Oh, my fucking God. Don't even get me started on my club. How anyone rates this manager, I just don't get it. We are 1 point off of 16th. 1 point off of fucking 16th. And some of the fan base are losing their mind over this manager. 1 point off of 16th. And we are 9 points off of 10th. Like, what are we fucking doing here? We've lost 14 games this season. I don't even want to talk about Tottenham. I wanted to talk about Liverpool doing the double and the Arsenal sporting director, but I can't look at this Premier League table and not look at where we are. Like, do you know how crazy it is that we've scored 21 more goals than West Ham, and we've scored 20 goals more than Manchester United, but we're level on points with them? Like, that is actually fucking insane. Here he is. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, it's all right. I just brought you in immediately. I'm just talking about the league table, mate, because...
Have you scrolled? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to scroll. We've scored 21 more goals than West Ham, but we're level on points.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I saw someone speaking the other day saying that Tottenham going forwards, I think it was Pep, Tottenham going forwards are very, very good, very physical, hard to play against. I think you have got some really, really good players. And I think Ange's style of football definitely brings the best out of some of your attacking players, that's for sure. But I think there's just so many times this season where defensively and being so stubborn has caused you to obviously end up where you are in the table in 13th.
Where do you think Tottenham will finish? Like, to everyone in the chat and to you, and like, do you think we can break into the top 10?
Just, I mean, 9-point gap. If you said there was 9-point gaps at the top of the league from second, you'd say like they wouldn't make up the difference. And that would be a team who's probably in really good form in second. So can you close that gap to Villa? I'm not entirely sure. Could you finish like best of the rest and get above Brentford? Potentially. I feel like you've entered a bit of a better spell than where you were maybe a month ago.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I actually click on our fixtures, right, we have got to play the top 10 now. And this is where our record this season has been diabolical. Bournemouth, top 10. Fulham, top 10. Right, so Southampton, obviously not, and neither Wolves, but Chelsea and Forest are. Liverpool are. And then Villa and Palace are around us. Do you know something, right? The only top 10 side that we've beaten this season is Aston Villa and Manchester City.
I mean, what Villa, was that at home for you?
Yeah, we beat them 4-1. And
they've been really poor away. I'm really shocked by Villa, actually, considering their 10th. I think that makes for shocking reading, to be honest. But yeah, looking at that, it's a tougher running than I thought you had, especially with seeing how you do in the Europa League. There could be some really difficult fixture navigation there. So it's going to be difficult for you actually to make up that gap, because teams like, it depends if a team like Brentford feel like they can be on holiday because they're obviously safe. They're not going to get relegated. What's the difference between Brentford finishing 12th or 9th? Probably not much. I feel like the top 8 are in with a good position to potentially all get Europe this season. So I don't know the exact cutoffs, but
yeah, it's like Ali saying Liverpool will probably have won the league by then. I still don't fancy us at Anfield. even if Liverpool are, you know, they change 7 or 8 players. I mean, to have Bournemouth sandwiched in between our Europa League games, that is a horrible fixture. Like, I don't fancy us away at Fulham. I don't fancy us away at Chelsea. I don't fancy us against Bournemouth. Like,
being real, I only fancy you against Southampton now on that whole list. And
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
Alkmaar.
We should beat Alkmaar.
Troy Parrott will think otherwise.
Oh, mate. It's written in the stars he scores
Yeah,
at the Tottenham
it
Hotspur
is, isn't
Stadium,
it?
isn't it?
Is he on loan or do they own him now?
No, they bought him from us for I think €4 million, which is just shambolic.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that's very cheap, even for any
something like
academy
that.
player. Yeah.
Have you seen on the league table that Arsenal are closer to 10th than they are first?
Yeah, do you know what? That result yesterday with Leicester obviously losing, I just kind of felt like that's the season done now for the title and the relegation battle. I feel like both are done. It just this game week, I feel like it's been so key. I feel like Arsenal obviously drew that game, didn't they, at the weekend? And I feel like that was just like the nail in the coffin, just done.
Everyone's been saying, like, I've spoken to a lot of people like in the pub, and I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok and people just talking on streams and stuff and on Twitter that saying this is one of the worst seasons ever.
I'm guilty of that. I made one, didn't I? Yeah, I think it.
Do you think the Premier League have got a foul product? Like, how hard is it from a championship perspective to come into the Premier League and stay up? Who is the last team to get promoted and stay up?
So it's the three, not last season, the season before that. I think Bournemouth. Bear with me because I might be wrong on this, but Bournemouth, Forest, and that might be it. Bournemouth and Forest?
Bournemouth was the season before, wasn't it?
Huh? Was it?
But this will be Forest's third Premier League season. And I think Bournemouth have done... No, they've done more than that because they were up here when they had Eddie Howe.
Yeah, they've been relegated since. Scott Parker brought them back up, didn't he, I think?
Right, okay. So, but do you think, like, does everyone think going forward that these are going to be the 17 Premier League teams? Because the gap between Ipswich and Wolves is already 5 points. Like, that is a lot.
Yeah, no, Wolves are safe. I definitely think... Before the season started, I thought Everton and Wolves, for me, were the two ones that I thought would have a risky season who are already established Premier League clubs. And had they not changed their managers, both of them, I think they could have gone. But the fact that they've both changed their managers, they've acted quickly, they've recruited well in terms of their managerial appointments. I think they've both been saved. Unless Wolves' form just falls off the face of a cliff, I think their squad is probably just a little bit better than Ipswich to survive. Ipswich, I don't see them getting points. Kieran McKenna, I don't think's navigated the Premier League that well at all. I think, you know what it is for me? With a team like Ipswich and a team like Southampton, they've got, look, they don't have great squads, but they've been so naive in attempting to play a style of football that flourished in the Championship, but has completely hindered them in the Prem. And for like the level of players that they've got, I just think you need to be a little bit more pragmatic and survive first. Make sure you get that second season of Premier League, spend a bit more money, and then try then to bring that style of football back. But I feel like Southampton, Leicester, you're talking about the failed product. Ipswich, potentially, I don't know if they'll bounce straight back. I'm not too sure, even though they have spent a lot of money. They're going to be sort of caught in that vortex of about 6 to 8, 10 teams. I think that will just rotate up and down through the Premier League and the Championship in this closed shop product, basically.
Like, I just think next season, whoever the three are going to come up, whether it's Leeds, Burnley, and I can't remember who the other team is in the Championship now. Leeds, Burnley, and
West Brom. They're doing all right, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, do they stand a chance? I don't think they will.
Burnley, I don't think so. Even though defensively they've been great. Leeds, they're
Sheffield United. Sorry,
that's it. Yeah, Sheffield. Yeah, true. No, because I think
are they? They're not going to stay up, are they? They're just going to go straight back down. Like, the only thing right now that is to play for is this incredible Premier League's title race / European race. Like, the fact that there's 6 points between 2nd and 10th is nuts. Like, but other than that, Liverpool right now, they're so clear at the front. It's actually fucking insane.
Yes, it's a one-horse race. I mean, Arsenal...
They could win the league
injuries,
by 20 points.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they've got 10 games to go. They could wrap it in, I don't know mathematically, but potentially within 5 games spare, potentially.
What, Alfred? What question are you talking about, mate? I've not seen anything. Don't think it's the worst. The battle for Europe is insane. Yeah, but that's it. Like that's with 11 Premier League games for most teams to go left,
but you normally get a little bit of jeopardy at the relegation battle. You get the race for Europe, and you get a title race. 4 more wins. Is that it? So they could win it. They could wrap it up with 6 games to go.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, honestly, the last time Liverpool won the league, I think they wrapped it up with like 10 to go. So you could argue that both times Liverpool have actually won the league, the opposing teams have failed to be as good as them. There's been, like the last few title races have been City and Arsenal, or Liverpool pushing City. Liverpool have the both times that they've won the league, they've had no one really pushing them enough, to be honest.
No, it's insane. Just questions to you and everyone in the chat. I was speaking about this the other day with one of my friends in the pub. Do you think there's a chance Arsenal don't make top 4? Because they're not scoring goals. Saka's not back until... By the time Saka's match fit, being back and being match fit is 2 completely different things. By the time he is match fit and Martinelli's match fit, we're going to be pushing April time. And Arsenal in March... Let me just bring up their fixture list. Before I get onto their director of football chat, right? They've got Chelsea. Their fixtures are grim.
Are they?
They've got Everton away, in which Everton are flying right now.
Yeah.
Fulham have actually been a tough game for Arsenal in recent years. They drew it at the Cottage. They drew there at the Emirates last season. Ipswich Town, I think Arsenal go there and comfortably score 2 or 3. But they've also got Man United. Is it nuts? Is it crazy to think that United get a result against Arsenal?
They've done well in the big games, haven't they, this season? They've had a couple of results against bigger teams. I feel like Liverpool, Chelsea, they got a draw. They got a win against City.
Sorry. What the fuck is this? But yeah, go on, mate. Sorry. Everything TV is following me around. Like, I'd love to know who owns his account, because it was following me yesterday on the terrace, right? I don't know if you saw it in the chat. It followed me on Dan's stream on Monday. Like, it's my old picture with a thong over it. But yeah, is there a chance that Arsenal don't get top 4?
I mean, there is, but they're going to have to seriously... I was thinking about this today, actually, whether or not the momentum for Arsenal has completely sort of started to dry up. What happens then? Are they going to be able to get it back? I think they've got enough momentum to carry themselves over the line. The thing is, when you say top 4, you mean Champions League football.
Defensively are.
Do you mean top 4? Do you mean Champions League football?
Well, there's no guarantee that 5th will get it.
Yeah.
There's just an assumption that it will, because of how well our teams are doing. But let's say hypothetically 5th don't get it.
Right. Okay. So the traditional top 4, maybe, but I just feel like they've got a bit of a gap, haven't they, to the rest of the... They're right. They're like only 6. I think they'll be fine. I think they will, because
6 points.
I feel like Forest will drop points.
Sorry, 7 points.
7. So 3 wins or 2 wins and a draw to get level. So yeah, 3 wins to overtake them for anyone below them, which is currently Forest.
I've got a feeling that the top 4 is going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, you boys, and City.
I don't think... I just think Chelsea's running towards the end of the season is really difficult. It just depends what form they go into that with, because our recent form's been diabolical. The last 12 games have been really bad. And our running, the last sort of 4 to 6 games, is difficult, especially for the way Chelsea have been this season. I always look at sort of goal difference and feel like that always gives you an idea of the alignment of the table normally. And I just look at it now and think, I don't think Arsenal will fall below Forest. I don't think they'll fall below City. Don't think Chelsea, Newcastle catch them.
But who's
I
going to
think
score
they'll
their
be all
goals?
right. I just think goals will come for Arsenal around the squad. Set pieces, midfielders stepping up, the odd like Trossard sort of goal. Saka, like you said, might chip in with a few towards the end of the season if he comes back. But Saka for me is an interesting. I'd be worried about Saka. I wouldn't want to rush him back at all. But I do think it's now nailed on that Arsenal are done in terms of winning a title. I don't think that happens.
Right, so Arsenal are on 54 points, right? I think we can all agree. I don't know what Alfred says, Henry, will your kid with Bonnie Blue become a Spurs fan or support Arsenal? Listen, Bonnie Blue's been ran through more than fucking anyone could imagine. Minge probably looks like fucking soggy toast. So I will stay well clear of Bonnie Blue. Thank you very much. I'm actually getting married in. Okay, when am I getting married? September. So what's that? 6 months. Oh my God, 6 months and 6 days, and I am officially tying the knot. To the end. Well, 6 months and 6 days until the end of my life.
Yeah, I wonder where Spurs will be in 6 months' time. What's your prediction on your wedding day?
Do you know what I said to the missus? I said, if the North London derby falls on our wedding day, right? Because I'm gonna be doing, like, I don't care what she says. I am going to be doing content. If it's on my wedding day, before I am very merry in the evening, I will pull out a camera and start recording a video. Is that out of order for me? Like, genuinely, is that like? I mean, it's the biggest fixture for Tottenham on the calendar.
Yeah, I don't know. If it is, mate, I would have TVs at your wedding to watch it.
Don't worry about that. I'm gonna take my iPad.
Yeah, I would imagine just at the altar, and you've got your iPad behind, just watching it.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ben or Sim from We Are Tottenham. They come down the aisle to the Champions League theme tune.
Oh, you know what, Henry? That's outrageous for a Spurs fan. That is.
I said this. I was like, I'd get it if you are a Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea fan. To have that front, I'd be all over it. But we haven't won the fucking cup since 2008, let alone a Champions League.
No, I think that's horrific, mate. I think, I don't know what you could come down the aisle. Like, have you got like every club's got a song. Have you got a song before the game or something like that? You know, like Arsenal have North London.
We've got Glory, Glory, Tottenham Hotspur.
I would have just come down the aisle to that, mate, rather than the Champions League theme tune.
Yeah, that's just a bit like, it's not really.
Yeah, but Champions League theme tune, and like your trophy was getting into it for a few years.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no, that's outrageous.
AFC Max says, big up Henry, even though you follow the white side of London, one of the most unbiased fans that's there that speaks about Arsenal. It's refreshing. Would you repeating the Arsenal news? Yeah, big up AFC Max. I want to get Dan's thoughts on the new sporting director shortly, but big up for the super chat. Hope you're well, mate. Are you going to get married to Lily Phillips? No, she's another one. She's been run through like, they're basically, what did my friend say the other day? Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue are basically train tracks. Everything's running through them. Everything that moves runs through them. Did you see that? Sorry to just completely flip the switch. Did you see that bloke who turned up to have a go on Bonnie Blue and his girlfriend was next to him? Now, I'm sorry.
That did not happen.
I'll find a picture on Twitter.
That did not happen.
I'll find a picture. I've got to be careful because some of the stuff that pops up on my feed is I'll get banned. But honestly, mate, some geezer turned up. Hang on. Let's have a look. Man turns up to Bonnie Blue with girlfriend.
Right, just careful you're not sharing your screen for this bit.
I mean, I'm gonna get fucking demonetized for this. I know it. Where is it? It is on Twitter. You can find. I'm not going to share it, but it is on Twitter. You can go and find it out for yourself.
Atrocious. No way.
Big up, mate. Hope you well. What do the Jamaicans say? Is it Midea? Midea? I think that's it. But yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts on Chelsea? Before we get onto the Arsenal and the Liverpool bits, I mean, you're inconsistent as any other team in the league right now. I don't really get the Palmer hate. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a little bit over the top.
People are doing too much of that, I think.
Yeah, it's like the same people that were doing too much for Saka hate. Like it's. Do you think you're going to get top four? Do you think that Maresca should go? I mean, what's kind of your thoughts?
I don't think Chelsea get top four. I do think Maresca is out of his depth currently. I don't know whether or not he improves. I don't think I've seen enough to suggest that he is learning from his mistakes yet. But sometimes it takes a little bit longer. I don't feel like he's ready for a job that is a team that could... Like, if Chelsea qualified for the Champions League next season and Maresca was the manager, I wouldn't feel confident in any game that we played. And I wouldn't feel confident that Chelsea, with Maresca as manager, got us through the league stage. I wouldn't. So that's how I feel with him as a manager currently. I think there are managers out there that could do a far better job than him. I think when his system works, it looks fantastic, but he's just got zero backup for it. I've spoken to you so many times about Ange, and I feel like what I'm now saying about Maresca kind of is echoing and following in the similar footsteps to Ange, where they're stubborn, they've got one way of playing, and ultimately it's their undoing when they don't know how to adapt or change for another team. I think Chelsea will be very, very, very lucky if they're playing Champions League football next season. Very lucky.
Do you think, based on that, if you don't get Champions League, would you sack him?
I would, but the way the club's run now is completely different to the standards I have for the club.
Do you think that'll set you back?
Pardon?
Do you think it sets you back? Like, do you think?
Yeah, I think the club are... I listen to you speak about Spurs, and there's this frustration about not winning and why are you buying certain types of players and what is the purpose of the football club? Because you're saying like the stadium is for Beyonce or NFL.
I think Tottenham's owners, the motivation for the football club is off the pitch.
Yeah, it's financial. It's business gain, isn't it? And that's, I actually think, I listened to Todd Bowley speak, and I always think, like, he just released a load of statements yesterday or something at a football forum. And every way he delivers his message always makes me think that the priority here is not to be winning on the football pitch. That is secondary to anything else. And that's why I just don't think there's this drastic force from above that the manager gets removed from his post should they not do well enough, even though we've sacked so many managers in 3 years. Of them, they're probably harsher than Roman. And I think if they feel like the wheels have come off by the end of the season and it does all go a bit wrong, they might sack him. But I don't know who they'll bring in. I don't actually trust him if they sacked him to bring in someone better unless they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, I think you're an interesting one. Because I said this before you come on. I said, if you was to bring in a Bastoni, a Victor Osimhen, and a top goalkeeper, I think you could challenge for a title. I think you need an out-and-out goal scorer in the box, which a lot of teams need, by the way. But you do need someone to command your back line. You don't have a centre-back who is of that level. You've got Adebayo, Colwill, Fofana, he's made of glass. I mean, you don't have anyone that's really of the level. Your fullbacks, I like Cucurella, I like Gusto. I think you've got good midfielders in Lavia, Caicedo. You've obviously got Palmer, who's 20-goal-a-season player. But then you don't have the goalkeeper. How Robert Sanchez is still at Chelsea is the same as how is Onana still at Man United.
Yeah, I think Onana obviously cost so much money, didn't he? And come with a reputation. And I think Robert Sanchez never had that. Robert Sanchez was signed for Chelsea as Brighton's third choice keeper. And the fact that he got dropped off the back of an injury last year and then it was evident that Petrovic did a better job, and then Maresca come in and just went, "We're going to try it again. We're going to do this whole cycle again." And about the same time in the season, this time not through injury, he's been dropped again because he's cost us too many points. But I think a few months ago, when Chelsea were challenging potentially for a solid top 4 position and second in the league, that sort of area where when people were discussing title race and that sort of thing, I think the discussion was, you need a goalkeeper, you need a centre-back, you need a striker. I now think, even if you got those 3 and they're all of a decent level and they come with good experience, I still don't think that would be enough for Chelsea to go and push for a title next season, because I would have not much confidence in the manager. And I actually think there are other areas where I've looked at the players and I felt, I'm not sure that they're good enough either. I think wide areas, as good as some of our players are, there's definitely not enough goals coming from those areas.
No, that's a fair point.
Someone like Lavia, I think he's fantastic, but he's not reliable. When's he fit? I think Jackson.
He's another one who's made of glass, isn't he?
That's it, right? Fofana is another one. So maybe we need 2 centre-backs. Maybe we need another keeper.
So what about if you brought in Inzaghi from Inter, hypothetically, and he brought in Bastoni, Osimhen, and let's say one other player of good quality? Would you think then you're at the level?
Maybe with Inzaghi. Maybe. But I feel like for Chelsea, there are so... In purely footballing terms, you would look at that squad and say, that's probably good enough to win the league in the right hands. Do you know what I mean? You'd look at that squad. But I just feel like there's so much extra away from the pitch at Chelsea that will limit Chelsea as a club going forwards now. Because if it was purely based on football, and that was the 100% focus, or at least like an 80% focus, then maybe that's enough. But I think the old Chelsea, in that sense, you could have that discussion and be pretty confident that you remove this manager that you made a mistake on, and you go and get Inzaghi, and you go, like when we got Lampard and he come in and he probably took us as far as he could. Tuchel came in and got us over the line to win the Champions League. That's kind of how I feel a little bit with Maresca, is like, he's got us to this sort of point. So did Poch, a bit of a mixed bag between the two, got us back to being the team that are potentially good enough to challenge to get back into Europe. You now need someone to insert a winning mentality in this dressing room, in this young group of players. But I don't believe that person would be hired, because I feel like they'll question what's being put on them by the board. There's just going to be too much of a clash. So unless Maresca develops as a manager and a human being, and suddenly sort of adds this winning mentality to himself, I don't know if it will happen. Because I think they're always going to favour someone that aligns with their project more than winning games of football and doesn't align with their project. But they've brought in a mentality rugby coach who is there.
What the fuck's that all about?
Well, maybe they like Maresca and they think he's the right guy, but they're trying to educate him how to have a winning mentality. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Whereas for me, and I know this sounds...
Yeah, but surely you as a Chelsea fan, you'd know there's an element of risk bringing in a manager like Maresca. There's going to be a big teething period. You're not going to walk in and win league titles immediately.
Yeah, no, of course. But the expectation, you know what? It's harsh to say the expectation would be to win titles currently at Chelsea, no matter like who the owner would be. But to win trophies is definitely the expectation. An FA Cup would have really helped Maresca this season. A Conference League, I think, is a little bit too easy. It's almost like a gimme that any manager probably could win. The thing, if he wins the Conference League, it's almost like him winning the Championship with Leicester. It's almost like it was a given that the best team in that competition should win that competition. I don't think it does him many favours. I don't think anyone will go, wow, he's won the Conference League with Chelsea. Everyone will go, yeah, well, he couldn't not, could he? I don't think it does him any favours as a manager. But I think that the whole bringing in that rugby coach with the winning mentality, and I don't know quite what his exact role is, but I presume it's to try and educate the playing staff and the managing and coaching staff to know what it feels like to have a winning mentality around Cobham. But that, for me, the only way to learn is by winning on the football pitch. I don't think you can be educated how it feels to have a winning mentality unless you go and do it and experience winning. I've had that in Sunday League, Saturday League, wherever I've played, Power League. You know, like you have to win to know what it feels like to want to win again on the pitch.
In my Sunday league team, we're bloody second from bottom. We're in a dogfight, mate. Like we are. I played 45, 50 minutes on Sunday at left back, and we drew 1-1 because he had a shitty goal from free kick. If we'd have won that game, there was pretty much a guarantee of staying up. And now we're away on Sunday to a team in Billericay, Barleyland's way, who are a good side, and we're going to be turning up. Everyone's going to be hungover. We're going to have bare 11 again.
Oh, bare 11. Bare 11 is a killer, by the way.
Yeah,
Nothing
it is.
Worse.
I don't think I've got 90 at a consistent pace in me. I can play 90, but I am when it gets to like 70 minutes, I'm thinking, right, with 20 to go. Whereas some of the players, we've got a couple of players who play 90 on a Saturday and a Sunday and train twice in the week. And I'm like, I just can't
can't get near that.
Yeah, I just don't have that engine on me.
But you know what I mean, though? I think at any level, right, when you're like pushing to try and like win something or survive, you learn, like if you survive this relegation battle, you'll know next season how to get through it. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll learn it because that's getting.
We haven't really, because we just about stayed up last year.
Oh, okay, fine. So
do you remember like Wigan?
But then it becomes a quality issue, doesn't it? It becomes a quality issue.
Yeah, but that's
ultimately your team isn't good enough or is being limited by its resources, which is only having a bare 11 too many times in the season that you can't rotate. So that applies to like any level,
especially when like the other team's turning up with like 17 players.
Yeah, 17, and you're thinking, are you going to use all those
11, right? Yeah. And 6 subs. I mean, that is absolutely and we played a team last week that we drew 5-5 with. 5-5 on Sunday League, and they brought their photographer. Like, honestly, I'll show you. Like,
are they like live? Well, you know what? When I was playing five-a-side the other day, there was like guys, and they were like doing a live stream of their TikTok, TikTok live of their five-a-side.
There's them celebrating.
Oh, clean.
And there's
photos,
my mate calling him a wanker in the background.
I love Sunday League, mate. I love it.
Like, I just don't think that you can beat it. This is better than talk shit.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Does he mean Spurs? It might mean Spurs.
Right, let's talk about Arsenal and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Arsenal. Actually, before we do that, I am going to be taking part in a poker tournament. If you do want to join, and you do want your opportunity to win some moolah, then stay tuned. This is better than TalkSport. Right. Arsenal. David Ornstein revealed yesterday that they've got a shortlist for the sporting director. He said that it could be anyone from Jason Ayto, Dan Ashworth, etc., etc. I've already done a video on this today, so people have probably already heard my thoughts. If you haven't already, go and check that out. Where do you kind of sit? Do you think, well, first in the chat, do you think Arsenal should sack Arteta? The second part of that question, do you think if he does get sacked, would you be prepared for the next manager that comes in? Arsenal could potentially go backwards, because I don't think Arsenal fans are really taking that in. We'll get to the director of football bit in a minute. If Arsenal do sack Arteta, there's obviously a risk they could get worse. There's a risk that there's obviously the other side of it. They could get better. They could win a league. They need, the narrative is Arsenal fans keep saying we need a winner. Well, lots of teams have had winning managers and it hasn't worked out. There's no guarantee that if you sack Arteta and you bring in, let's say they brought in Xabi Alonso, just because he's got over the line in Germany doesn't mean he comes to the Premier League and gets over the line competing with City and Liverpool. Like, where do you kind of sit, Dan, in terms of Arteta? Because they have been in 3 title races, right? They have had a huge injury crisis this season. For whatever reason, they didn't sign a player in January. I personally think that was because Edu Gaspar left and they didn't bring in a director of football quick enough. But where do you kind of sit? with Arsenal?
With Arsenal, I think is slightly different to with Arteta. I think I'm a little bit unsure of who pulls the strings enough to know exactly who is to blame for certain things. But I think as a club, fundamentally, I think they failed to recruit correctly to ensure that they took advantage of the situation they've been in and the sort of momentum that they've had over the past 3 seasons. Because that, I think every season to go again takes quite a lot. And the fact they've been able to do it for 3 seasons now was probably showing that actually if they were going to win the league, the time was within these 3 seasons. But I think this season, before all the injuries, I did see a little bit of a fall off in terms of the football. I felt like before the injuries, they didn't look as good, even though they were there and they still haven't lost that many games. And there were a couple of red cards that they were unlucky to get. I just felt like there were a couple of times I questioned Arteta and felt like, was he being a little bit overly pragmatic, just kind of limiting their football to potentially win games in a way to just almost like scruffily get 3 points, because they knew that actually by not being pragmatic a few seasons ago, they probably didn't win the league. So I think this was the first sort of season I questioned Arteta a little bit, but I think January last season was a huge chance to add something in to go and push City. But they ultimately, off the back of it, did well, barely dropped a point. It actually turned out that before January was the biggest issue. And you might argue that Havertz was the wrong signing to put that much trust in to get them over the line. He ended up, with the first part of that season, not doing enough. And it was only the second part that he really did flourish. The recruitment in the summer this year, Calafiori, Marino, I thought that was so poor. I just felt like if you looked at their squad, that probably wasn't what was needed. Although they know more than us, I felt like they needed something else. And then a desperation move, they got Sterling in at the last minute, which is just, I mean, that's turned out to be laughable. I'm gutted he's got to come back, because I don't know how we're going to shift him on off the back of this season. And then January, when you're probably noticing that the players are fatigued, your squad is down to the bare bones again. They failed to act. So I think Arsenal as a club, fundamentally, if the momentum drops and next season they fail to get going again, I think they'll look back at this period of 3 years and accept that they may have failed with recruitment, and that being a huge part of why they didn't win it.
So do you think there's still a chance, though, that if they go out and buy 2 top players in the summer, a striker and a winger, they can still win the league?
I think they have to, because I look at it and go, if they don't go and recruit top players, how do you lift that squad again? Because they're going to look and go, we burnt out last year. We fell apart. Our bodies let us down because we're exhausted from going again and again and again with not enough tools, not enough resources. So I think they need a lift. They need to, or not rebuild, but they need to just try and get the hunger back. And I think that happens by bringing in a couple of players that really lift the dressing room. And you go, well, hang on a minute, we're ambitious here. You bring in a striker that you know can win you games. You bring in maybe a midfielder who is a winner, someone that can ultimately allow the others to be free. And I think you bring in another winger that has goals that could mimic Saka. And you just feel like every game you play, you're in a very, very favourable position to go and win it. If Arsenal have any doubts, and I mean the players in the dressing room have any doubts about their squad going into next season and whether or not it can last the distance and whether or not it's good enough to win every single game, or there are any question marks, I think they'll fall off quicker than they've done the last 3 seasons under Arteta, because the message will still be the same and it'll get a little bit boring and a little bit stale. If they were to sack Arteta at the end of this season and say, look, we've come to the end of that project, you've taken us as far as we're going to go, we're going to go with a new sporting director in a different direction, and they bring in someone that lifts the dressing room anyway as a different manager and a different voice, it might turn things around quicker. But I think they're in a real difficult period now of, if the momentum drops off with Arteta and he can't lift it again, they're going to waste the season. I think that would be my worry.
Yeah, I think this director of football situation is going to be the most important part of essentially going again. Because if Edu Gaspar left for whatever reason, he's joined Forest, right? Which one of these is the ex-Atletico Madrid one?
Oh, do you know what? I was going to say that to you. I recognise Dan Ashworth. I've heard that one of these is Real Sociedad. And
I think it may be Andrea Berta. I could be talking absolute BS. If anyone knows which one of these names is the ex Atletico Madrid director of football, please let us know. Because it is Andrea Berta. I thought you thought so. So he was responsible for bringing in players like Rodrigo de Paul. He was responsible for re-signing down Oblak. He was responsible essentially for making Atletico Madrid compete and go again. Yeah, big up Footy Corner and Tom. Thanks for letting us know. Atletico Madrid right now are in a very good position. They're currently in the Copa del Rey semi-final. They're in the Champions League still. They are like Atletico Madrid. I know it's very unlikely, but they could do a treble this season. Like Diego Simeone deserves so much more respect than he gets.
Like I think there was a period in time
so much more
with Simeone, wasn't there, where it was going a bit sort of stale. This is what I was on about, sort of with Arteta. It was going a bit stale with Simeone, and he's changed up the method, changed up the style of football, and they've gone again. And I think that's so difficult for a manager to do. And that's what we speak about Fergie, and he did so well. I think you're looking at someone like Pep now struggling to get City out of a rut. Can they do it again? Can he freshen it up? That Arteta's going to be in the same boat, because I think it's 5 years now of the same message that's gotten one FA Cup. Potentially they go on to win the Champions League. If they do, that might help. But other than that, I think a sporting director is going to be looking at potentially, do you move? It'll be a question. Do you move in a different direction now? There's only one there that I think absolutely solidifies Arteta staying at the club. Only one for me. And it's is it Roberto Olabe? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the Real Sociedad one.
He's the Real Sociedad guy, right?
And that will tell you that if they sign Roberto Olabe, how do you say Olabe, yeah, Olabe. I've completely butchered that. If they sign him, that tells me that Arteta has a lot more power.
He wears the trousers. Arsenal. Yeah,
because I said this earlier. The biggest football clubs in the world, the manager has some say on the transfers, but he's not the final say. Tixi Birkenstein at Manchester City is responsible for a lot of the transfers. Right, flipping. Who's the Bayern Munich manager? I've completely forgotten his name.
Kompany.
Yeah, Vincent Kompany does not have the final say on transfers. They are the head coach. They're not managers. It's not like when you had bloody Ferguson and Wenger and Jose Mourinho managing everything at the football club, like not even seeing their wives, like literally spending 21 hours a day at a football club.
You see, with that, I almost think that there's more benefit to having a manager that could cover everything, and then they employed a couple of coaches that really took control of the team and how it played, and they would have their input to an extent. Yeah, you say he's in a job, but release clauses can
doesn't
be
mean
paid
anything, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think.
They could go to... So, I mean, Ruben Amorim was manager of bloody Sporting, and Man United gave him 20 million euros.
And so was the sporting director, who's now gone to City. He was in a job, and he's also left Sporting to go to Manchester City. So I don't think being in a job limits you. I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Because their job is more like a corporate role as well. If they resign, they could leave in a month, or Dan Ashworth goes on gardening leave for a year before he joins Man United. Do you know that is very possible in these roles, because they're not tied into a contract like footballers are.
Like this comment here from Adam. Big up Adam. Hope you are, mate. It says Berta had to deal with Simeone. Simeone is a lot more, in my opinion, of a handful to deal with based on some of the reports of him, the way he's on the touchline. I imagine he's quite a emotionally aggressive guy when it comes to winning. I think he'd be a lot... If you can deal with bloody Simeone, you can deal with Arteta. Big up Reach says Jose sued Galatasaray.
Yeah,
This story, by the way, is nuts.
Yeah.
Like when you've got Didier Drogba coming out defending Jose.
John Edmund Mikel, Gallas as well. But
Yeah,
obviously
like
the Galatasaray link for Drogba was huge.
Every player that Jose has coached or managed, whether they're, European, black, white, South American, wherever they are, they always come out and say good things. I've not heard one ex-player other than maybe Balotelli, like as a joke when when he spoke to him for 15 minutes and then he ended up getting a card. That story, like I've not heard any ex-player really say, like Harry Kane gave him so much props when he was Tottenham manager. Like this story is nuts.
I think Jose is just a great man manager, just a great guy. And I think
he's a great guy.
I think he just connects with everyone. And I think they genuinely see that. I think it's dangerous from Galatasaray as well, because I think they're poking the bear in their own league. I don't think he will be absolutely relentless now. If he doesn't go on to win it this season, next season, I think he'll win it. And they haven't won a trophy, Fenerbahce, for like 10 years in that league. And then I also think
currently 6 points clear.
Yeah, they're probably, I don't know. They could do it, couldn't they? It could sort of spark everyone into coming together to push on to win it. But yeah, he's going to sue him. And ultimately, I mean, they fined him now. The Turkish league have fined him. They've basically said he's guilty and he's got suspended for maybe like 4 games. So he's obviously suing for damages. Apparently, the amount he's suing for has an alignment with when Fenerbahce were founded or something like that as well, to show like...
Mate, what did he actually... like? Didn't he say they were behaving like... Didn't he say they were behaving like something?
Let me get it right, because I'm sure he... One sec.
Is there FA Cup on tonight?
There is, yeah. Villa Cardiff.
Oh, what a shit game that is.
Yeah. FA Cup, mate. FA Cups, and this is another talking point, but FA Cup, right, is this weekend. There's only one 3 o'clock game on Saturday. Every other game has been moved for TV. So
yeah, because
why would
they haven't got the money, have they? Like they haven't. I can't remember if it was Gary Lineker or it was Gary Neville or someone like that was basically saying that like when my father-in-law and when my mum and my uncles were watching football, the FA Cup on a weekend was as big, if not bigger, than the league title. Now, UEFA have come in and pumped billions and billions and billions of pounds into image rights, TV licensing, Champions League revenue, Europa League revenue, and Conference League revenue. Like I think as a player, I think the Copa del Rey to Spanish people holds more weight than the FA Cup does now to English people. I think a lot of this is just me speaking. I would do anything for an FA Cup because I like the tradition of the cup. I like the history of the cup. Tottenham were the first non-league. We are the only non-league team to have won the FA Cup. Like just stats like that. Like Arsenal have won 14 FA Cups. The fact that Man United played Manchester City, a derby in a final. Like the history of the FA Cup. But I think a lot of fans now, especially like, foreign fans that watch the Premier League, they don't watch the Premier League and watch English football for the FA Cup. Like even some of the lads who play in my Sunday League team were like, looking at the FA Cup games and saying, oh, it's only the only ones to really watch is Man United, Fulham and Newcastle, Brighton. I mean, let's be honest, no disrespect to Aston Villa, but who cares about Villa Cardiff?
Yeah, no one, especially on a Friday night. Like, it's just not going to get watched. They
also got bloody... I mean, Millwall Palace will be a good game, but just because it's a London derby.
Who have Preston got, right? Preston.
Burnley. I mean,
Preston, Burnley, right? So presumably Burnley won't concede a goal, but that game will be is being moved to BBC iPlayer just to make sure it's on. It's not even on a main TV channel. Why would you keep Bournemouth Wolves, by the way, which I know not all of the grounds are massive, but has a capacity of 12,000. I think it's the second smallest ground there out of all the home teams.
which is crazy, by the way, considering they're in the Champions League race.
Exactly. Why would you keep them as the only game as a 3:00 kickoff? It just doesn't make sense. You might as well have put that on TV on the iPlayer as well. Just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if the blackout is just completely outdated now and it needs to be removed, or you either go back to having only 2 TV games and all the others on at 3:00, and you get that enjoyment of a program like Soccer Saturday or Football Focus, where they were like reading out the scores as it happened. It's like jumping around the grounds.
Who do you think is going to win the FA Cup?
Probably City, because I just feel like, for me, City will want to still try and win something, because I feel like
if they still win the FA Cup after the shit season they've had.
Yeah,
I would like to see Newcastle or Villa.
I think Villa would be good. But correct me if I'm wrong, Villa fans, or if you know Henry, but I think Unai Emery's come out today and said they're like not focusing on this competition.
Yeah, because once again, the owner of that football club is probably looking at it going, well, Champions League money is going to bring in 50 million quid. If we win the FA Cup, as nice as a trophy would be, it only brings in 4 million.
And Unai is a specialist in European football.
I think if he was to completely put all of his eggs in one basket, I think Villa could go all the way to the final. Villa and Newcastle, I think this is my prediction, right? Villa, Palace, Burnley, Bournemouth, Forest, Fulham, City. I don't think United will win. I think those teams will win, right? But let's say United get through. If United get City, Bournemouth beat Wolves and they got Villa. I mean, Newcastle, they're start. Do you know the last time Newcastle won a trophy?
55 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Well, I think. Hang on.
It is a long time, isn't it? Or it's in the 50s or something ludicrous like that.
Newcastle's last major honour was. Hang on. Their last league title was 1926. Their last FA Cup was 1923. They haven't won an FA Cup for 102 years.
What? Really?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Completely butchered that. Their last FA Cup was 1954.
Oh, there you go. So in the 50s.
Their last trophy, though, was the Intercities Fairs Cup, which was a 1968.
We were chatting about that yesterday, weren't we? Yeah.
I'm not counting the Intertoto Cup in 2006.
No. That was a pre-season, wasn't it? Intertoto?
Yeah, so their last FA Cup was 1954-55 season.
Do you know what? As a pre-season trophy goes, I feel like the Intertoto actually had a fair rep as a pre-season trophy. Do you know what I mean? Like, pre-season trophies, I couldn't tell you the name. Maybe there's like Premier League Challenge.
Don't sleep on the Audi Cup.
No, I genuinely, I think Intertoto Cup was like actually a pretty reputable pre-season trophy. The best thing that could happen for the FA Cup is Plymouth beat Man City and Fulham beat United. That would be unreal. That actually would be the best thing that could happen, because all of a sudden you've got teams left that in my lifetime, I don't remember them being anywhere near an FA Cup final.
Yeah, imagine if...
Actually, you know what? Millwall in my lifetime would be the only team there, I think.
If Fulham beat United and Plymouth beat City, that would be the greatest FA Cup in my lifetime.
Yeah, no, I agree, because it's
imagine bloody semi-finals with potentially Palace or quarter-final. Sorry, is this quarter-final?
No, not even next round. What are we in, 5th or 6th?
8 teams left. It will be. So how many's there? 2, 4, 6, 8.
8. Yeah, 8 is cool, isn't it?
Yeah. So imagine Newcastle could do the double this season, both domestic cups. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think they will beat Liverpool, but
no,
if Man City get knocked out to Plymouth, I think that's the biggest. Is that the biggest upset in FA Cup history? Because to do it against Liverpool, but it is at home fixture. To go to the Etihad against the current champions, 4-peat Man City. Yeah, that You know, United is. I think United are second favourites. They're, I think, 5-1.
They have to be though. If you look at that list, you go Man City, and then you probably say Man United.
You say Man United because of their club, but they're currently. I think Newcastle. I've got a feeling Newcastle or Villa, one of those two is going to be in the final. 100%. I think City will get United in the next round if they go through.
That would be good. That would. What you don't want is, like, I think they probably could be. There is a chance here that City just walk this. By the way, they walk all the way to the final. John, I think you could be right, but they obviously didn't buckle against Liverpool. It just depends what. I think Pep will be adamant to win this trophy. I think he will be. And the chance of City getting there is high. I mean, they get there a lot. United probably won't retain it, but Amorim will want to do something.
Do you think Ali says, let's talk to Liverpool? Just a question on Liverpool. Do you think there's an element of luck in what they've done this season? Because I see a thread on Twitter. People saying that Liverpool will fall off next season and don't win the league, but they're currently the favourites to sign Alexander Isak. They're still in for Zubimendi.
If the difficult thing is they could lose Trent, Salah, and Van Dijk next season.
I think Virgil's going to sign.
I'm so
very confident
at this moment in time, like us having this conversation, there's still absolutely no certainty that any of those three are there, right? But I've got a feeling one is signed and they don't want to out the other two. That's what I think.
I agree. I think Virgil has.
Yeah, I feel like
you don't hear anything about it, do you?
No. And Salah's spoken out, and there was so much noise around Trent and a bid that it tells me Trent hasn't signed. Otherwise, they wouldn't have bidded. So, yeah,
it potentially Virgil. Because he'll be the first, believe it or not, he'll be the first Dutch captain to lift the Premier League. Which is nuts.
It doesn't surprise me, though, because off the top of my head, I can't think of many Dutch... Was Jaap Stam a Dutch captain?
Yeah, or did Van der Sar captain United?
Oh, did he? I don't know.
I don't think he did. I personally think Salah and... I think Allier is absolutely bang on the money.
Captain?
Vidic or Rio or Gary Neville or
Neville. It might have been Neville, you know.
I think this. I agree with this. I think Trent goes, and I think Virgil stays. I said this.
Salah stays.
Yeah, one more. I think he signs a 1 more year extension. I see a thing earlier. Who was I speaking to? It was Monday. It might have been Tom Little. I can see Pedro Porro in the Liverpool shirt. Because I think we've got Jed Spence and Udogie. Archie Gray can play in fullback as well. He's actually better in fullback than he is in centre back. We also will bring in a fullback, and I think he will. I think out of the Premier League options, he's probably the best replacement for Trent. He's very, very. They play a very similar role. Obviously, Trent's miles better. Now, I'm not saying they want Porro. This is just my opinion. I can see a world in which Trent goes to Madrid and Porro is one of the names they're looking at.
I hear what you're saying.
They could be right. They could just move away from that role.
Do you think... Well, one, I think about Conor Bradley, and I just feel like, do they back him enough as a kid coming through that he's going to take that role and have injuries. It? Yeah, I feel like he has had an injury issue. I think you've told me before that you don't think Pedro Porro has been that good. Like, do you think he is good?
I don't think he is a fullback. Right. I think he'd thrive in a wing-back role.
Right.
Like Jeremy Frimpong is also a very similar player to Trent, but he is so attacking. Jeremy Frimpong is basically a winger.
Yeah, Frimpong is more of a winger. I think.
Like, he can play in a front three like he did for the Netherlands. But Porro, for me, I think Porro is top 3 crossers of a football in the Premier League. I'd say, personally, just for me, De Bruyne, Trent, and Porro. I think.
Do you know if I was Liverpool, do you know who I'd go after? And maybe we sound like really biased here because we're both linked, but I would have gone after Gusto.
Yeah.
I would have gone after Gusto and just tested the water with Chelsea, because I think if I was a top club and you can see the talent, I would go after top teams who are willing to sell. So I think Manchester United, Tottenham, Chelsea, those sort of teams, they're all willing to sell. So I think you can be right that Pedro Porro could move and they probably get decent money for him.
I tell you what, that Dean Huijsen. Do you know who Papa Pinkers is? The TikTok guy?
I saw it. The other guy called it.
The Man City. He called that like third game of the season. That Dean Huijsen. See, he's got a Dutch name but Spanish.
No, he is Spanish. Yeah, he called that before he even moved.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Now, look, I see clips of the guy all the time. I don't know his name, so apologies for that. But obviously, he's on Papa Pinkers' podcast a lot.
He's a City fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he makes a lot of wild, outrageous calls, and they don't come off. But he called that one way before. I think he called it before the move even happened.
Or something. Yeah. Joe, he said something like Jose at Roma, one of the best defensive coaches in the world, tried to sign him.
Yeah.
And he's got, if that is true, if he's got a 50 million release clause according to Fab, everyone's going to be after him. Because what is he, 20?
I think it's almost inevitable that this kid ends up at Real Madrid because he's Spanish. I think it's almost inevitable.
Or Barca.
Yeah,
I don't know where. I think it'll end up at Atletico.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great education if he goes to a Simeone side, isn't it? But do you know what makes me laugh about him and Zabani is they both wear like the gloves.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
Like backs, do they?
Huh?
They don't look like centre backs. They look
they don't.
Like
CDM, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like one of them could like bring back like the wing. Like, do you remember when Bow used to rock out like the gloves and stuff? I've just got to quickly answer the door, mate. I'll be 2 seconds. Do you mind holding the fort?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I tell you what, about those two centre backs, I think it's unbelievable recruitment from Bournemouth. I think I'd be really intrigued to see where both their futures lie within the next 2 seasons, because I don't think it'll be at Bournemouth. Chat, what do you reckon? Chris says I would get Danny Valentin from Bilbao. Do you know what? I don't know much about Bilbao's current squad. I know there's Sanchez, who's obviously got a bit of a name there, but other than that, I don't know about too many of their current squad. But I feel like Bournemouth have recruited really well with those two centre backs, and I think Henry's right. Is that if that release clause is true for Dean Huijsen, he won't be there next season. No way. Let's see what some of you guys are saying as well. The major problem with Arsenal not winning trophies is Arsenal playing slow football. Yeah, well, it's been a bit of an issue for them.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable conversation that for Arsenal fans. Could Liverpool do a treble? That'd be what? League Cup, Premier League, Champions League. I think they will win the League Cup and the Premier League. If they come up against Madrid, for me, I know they've already beaten Madrid this season, but in knockouts, Madrid are just different.
Do you think, right, you know the Champions League draw, you know all the English sides are on the same side as Madrid. Do you think Madrid just knock out every English team?
Yeah, I'd back Madrid right now to win it.
So would I. This is the only, I don't know how it all works out, but there's a serious chance that Madrid knock out Arsenal, Liverpool, and potentially one other, unless we already knock each other out, sort of thing. Like we get an all-English tie before they play Madrid. But there's a chance that surely that affects the Champions League qualification of like 5th place. Because they could all that could happen, couldn't it?
But do you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see Atletico Madrid knock them out.
I saw a thing that Atletico Madrid's record against Madrid actually isn't that bad. Like they're pretty good. They've won some games, but it was almost like they lost on aggregate. So they have got results, but it's just not been enough on aggregate.
Have you seen the Copa del Rey? Have you watched any of the Copa del Rey this season?
I haven't, but there was the 4-4 the other day, wasn't there?
Oh,
between
mate,
Barca and Atleti.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that.
The 4 teams left in it are Real Sociedad, Copa del Rey, I mean, look at
Sociedad,
that. 4-4.
Madrid, Atleti, Barca. Yeah.
Yeah, Madrid could do a treble. They've never done a treble either.
Wait, what? Real Madrid never done a treble?
No.
Mate, that might be the maddest stat I've ever heard. Real Madrid have never done a treble. That is nuts.
Have Madrid...
If any club would have done a treble, they'd be one of the first names. Like if I was in a pub quiz, they would have been one of the first names I would have put down.
They've done a three-peat.
Yeah, but they haven't won. They haven't won a treble. That's kind of crazy. That, to be fair, that shows good competition in Spanish football.
Hang on. Have they won a treble? They've done like a UEFA Cup, a league title, and a cup, but they haven't done the treble.
That is astounding. I can't believe that.
The only teams that have done a treble, like the treble, are... Hang on, where am I looking? How many teams have won the treble? Why can't I find it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, they haven't done it. Celtic, Ajax, PSV, Man United, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Barcelona have done it twice. Bayern Munich have done it twice, and City.
Fair play. I cannot believe that. I can't believe Real Madrid have not won a treble. That must bug them that Barca have done that. With everything they've won as a club.
And Barcelona have done the sixth ball, where you do the treble, then you do the tournament, the Super Cup, Club World Cup, and the Charity Shield.
And who have done that? Bayern and
Barcelona.
Barca. What, Pep's Barca and
do you know how crazy the story is of what Pep did at Barcelona? He walked into a dressing room, sacked off Ayto.
Yeah. No, not Ayto. Not Ayto straight away.
Was it Ronaldinho and Deco?
Yeah, Ronaldinho, Deco. Like, there's a few. There's even like other names.
Adriano. Not Adriano. Who was the left back? Was it Maxwell? There was I can't remember. There was 3 or 4.
Maybe like Gilberto, not Silvino, maybe.
But imagine walking in. You're like a rookie manager. You're like 43.
Yeah, you're obviously The thing with Pep is he was a big name in Barcelona, but he had a style that was completely different.
Yeah, but Zidane's not walking into a dressing room and saying, "Modric and Kroos, right, you two fuck off."
No, but the thing is that there was like a flashy party attitude in that Barcelona dressing room that Pep wanted rid of. There's literally a book behind me, mate. It's like it's such a good read about like Pep, and it's called like Another Way of Winning. I think it's literally there, chat, by the way. But it's such a good book, and it explains everything about it and what he did and how he revolutionized Barcelona. But he brought these players in like Pedro, Busquets from the youth team, and they were like kids. And he went, there you go, deep end. Yaya Toure is another one, by the way. He moved him to centre back and then moved him on. Like some big names. He brought in like Keita, Dani Alves, like players that were. I mean, Dani Alves coming for about 20 million and was a pretty big signing off from Seville. But other than that, they were all pretty much like.
I mean, that is one element of title race, isn't it? I don't even think you can rule out Athletic Bilbao. Do you know Athletic Bilbao, the second most, that they're the third most successsul team in Spain?
Yeah, they've got history. They actually won
something like 20 or 15 bloody Copa del Reys.
Do you know what? I don't know if anyone in the chat knows this, but whenever I read about Basque region clubs, Real Sociedad or Athletic, they all have surnames, like quite similar to Kepa. And I wonder if that was like a regional surname, because even when we were looking earlier at that Roberto Olabe, his actual other name is Aransabal. So it's like Orizabal obviously plays Kepa Arrizabalaga, like loads of surnames like that. And I wonder if that was like a regional sort of surname basically for Basque teams. Mate, but yeah, no, considering how they operate as well, it's actually unbelievable.
Yeah, they only sign players in the Basque region of Spain, don't they? They how like teams like if Valencia go down, and you got Sevilla. Sevilla have won 6 Europa Leagues and they're in 11th.
Yeah. I mean, look at Girona as well, by the way, considering where they finished last season. They're mimicking you.
They didn't replace Dovbek. That was their problem.
Yes. And
Samani, he's like
Savinho.
36. Yeah, and Savinho.
Samani, the Leicester guy.
No, they've got a Spanish forward. I'll tell you what his name is. He must have played recently. Why is it telling me it's wrong? Here we go. Yeah, their game against Madrid. Did he play? I mean, they've got. I mean, look at their team. It's full of ex-Premier League players.
It is
Romero from Southampton, Daley Blind, Donny van der Beek, Gazaniga, the ex-Tottenham goalkeeper.
That's a crazy story as well.
Brian Hill, ex-Spurs.
He comes from like the same village as Pochettino, doesn't he, or something?
Yeah,
in Argentina.
There you go, Christian Stuani, this guy.
Oh, in Middlesbrough. Yeah, Uruguayan.
Yeah, he's 38.
Oh, wow. Oh, he joined in 2017.
Yeah, like he's been there a long time.
Yeah. Mate, Spanish football actually is, I think, doing itself massive favours at the moment. I know we were talking about a little bit earlier on with the Premier League and teams getting into it, but I just think actually Spanish football, for me, obviously...
Mbappe's helped massively with that, though.
Yeah, I think it has, but I even think like just before that, because I feel like for some reason, it just seems a little bit more, the football just seems a little bit more exciting than the Premier League. I feel like the Premier League is just overly tactical at times. And it's
I actually think, I was talking about this to one of my friends. I actually think that La Liga has more world-class players in it than the Premier League does at the moment.
In three teams.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like, I think what in terms of world-class players in the Premier League, Alisson, Virgil van Dijk, Salah, Erling Haaland, Trent, Rodri, and maybe De Bruyne, because he's on the decline now. Other than that, you're scratching your head. Like Saka's on the brink, Declan Rice is on the brink, but they're not quite there for me. You look at Madrid,
Foden,
Courtois, Jude, Vinny, Rodrigo, and Mbappe. Modric still world class for me.
Yeah.
Right. Barcelona, Lamine Yamal at 17 is probably world class.
Yeah, you know, he is for what he's doing and done.
Rafinha this season has been absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Lewandowski, Pedri's probably on the brink.
No, Pedri, for me, right, Henry, I don't know if this is like exaggerating. I think he might be one of the best, if not the best midfielder in Europe right now. I think he's
there
that
you go. You got Pedri. You've also got, who else is insane at Barcelona? They've got one of their, Frankie de Jong is probably on the brink.
Yeah.
Then you look at Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have got some insane talents.
I think Griezmann is probably
yeah, exactly. Oblak still world class.
Yeah.
Then you look at the German league, and you've probably got 3: Musiala, Kane, Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
And then you're scratching your head.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, because the names don't jump out, do they? Even
I said this the other day on the terrace. I don't think there is a world class player right now in Ligue 1. The only player that is question mark this season is Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, probably. Just Barcola.
Like, too young for me.
Too young. Yeah, Ligue 1 struggling for it. Syria, Saudi probably has more.
They don't have the funding. That's the problem. Like Ligue 1 doesn't have the image rights and the naming rights and the advertisement that these other leagues do.
That doesn't even have a TV deal, mate. It has its own website that costs like £10 a month to watch every game.
Yeah, so like they
lost a lot of money from them losing Mbappe. Hurt that league a lot.
Did you look at 5 years ago?
What about Kvara? Kvara? Is he? I think if he was in Serie A, we might have said he was world class.
Yeah, okay, how many world class players are in Serie A?
Martinez
from Inter Milan, Bastoni, and then I'm scratching my head.
Then you have to look at Napoli.
DiMarco. I think DiMarco is one of the best wing backs in Europe. I would say DiMarco, Bastoni,
Barella,
and but they're all at Inter.
They are, but into are the team.
Oh, and Osimhen. I know Osimhen's on loan at.
Yeah,
he's still a world-class player.
Lukaku.
I mean, look at if I would have said 10 years ago, right? So 2015, PSG would have had Zlatan about to join Man United, Cavani,
Lavezzi,
Marquinhos,
Thiago Silva, Verratti,
Angel Di Maria,
Neymar,
Mbappe coming into that point. I forgot, of course, Hernandez. Do you know what? Mike Mayan from the AC Milan goalkeeper is world class, and I would probably say Rafa Leao is there or thereabouts.
Really, I'm not sure about Leao. Don't know if I don't know. If you're not putting Saka in, I wouldn't put Leao. I wouldn't put Leao in if you're not putting in Saka or Foden. What Foden this season is horrific, actually.
Foden last season, world class.
Last season, I don't think Leao gets in if you don't put in Saka or Palmer. To be honest, into world. I don't think he is, unless the left wing position is so shallow across the globe at the moment. I don't think he gets in.
Who's your top 5 left wingers in the world? I would say Vinny. Vinny's number 1 for me.
Vinny. Let's think about this. Vinny, probably Kvara. I really rate him.
You've got Kvara,
Barcola,
Leao. I mean, you've also got who else have you got in there that you could put?
I'm trying to think who have any gone to Saudi.
Rafinha. I'd probably say Rafinha is probably the second. Even Cody Gakpo this season has been a joke.
Yeah,
I'd put Gakpo in top 5.
I don't think Leao gets in. I don't think he does.
I'd go Vinny, Rafinha, Kvara, Gakpo, Barcola. I really rate Gakpo.
Having a good season.
I think Gakpo's like the fact that
Gakpo's been quality, mate. You see,
all those things I've named, I don't think they can all play on the right as good as he can and up front. Obviously, we're not going to see him on the right because of Salah, but yeah.
Marmoush? Like, are you calling him a left winger?
I'd say Doku's their left winger.
Yeah, so I agree. And at Frankfurt, it was like nah.
Completely. You know he's got. I reckon he's got more output this season than Leao.
Probably. Honestly, mate, Leao is. I'm actually not having him. I've watched him a few times, and I'm not sold. Like, if he come to Chelsea tomorrow, I wouldn't be over the moon. I really wouldn't. And there was a point, I think, where I was like, "Now I quite like him," but now I just don't think I'd have it. Have Bayern Munich not got a world-class left winger? They've got so many. They're probably not, are they?
Right, Rafa Leao is 25 this season. Leao has got
his work rate is awful, by the way.
6 goals and 5 assists, so 11 GA in 24, 4 GA in 10 in the Champions League. His output's just not there, is it?
No, and they're out as well.
Yeah, his output's not there.
Yeah.
How many goals has Son? How many GA has Son got?
10. Nah, more. Maybe more.
He's got 15 GA in 24 in the league.
Do you know a stat I saw? You know Ben, the Spurs fan on TikTok?
Yeah.
He predicted that Brennan Johnson would have 20 GA. And he's
not far away.
He's going to do it. That when I saw him predict that I thought that was outrageous. And I'll tell you what, he's going to get that right.
How many has he got?
15, I think Ben said.
Brennan Johnson's stats. He's got 11 GA in the league in 24. So he's roughly 1 in 2. He's got 1 in the League Cup, so that's 12 GA in 28. He's on 16 GA.
16, and he said 20.
Rafa Leao has got more GA this season. Sorry, Brennan Johnson has got more GA this season than Rafa Leao.
I think it was Ange the other day that said, you don't have an attacking player like Brennan Johnson. And I don't think you do. I think he's unique in your team.
Mate, he is fucking shite. We all know it. Brennan Johnson is shite. Like, he can't. He's not a winger. He's like Salah. He's a wide forward. But Salah excels in ball manipulation, first touch, finishing, pace, turns up at the big moments. What does Brennan Johnson excel in other than back post tap-ins?
Pace. He's rapid, isn't he?
That's it, though.
He must read the game well. Like, he must have that knack to appear in the right area to an extent.
You know, James Maddison, right, has already bettered last season's GA. Right. So this season, he's got he's got 10 goals. He's on 17 GA this season. But I feel like he gets absolutely shit on.
How many goals did Spurs get last season in total? Like, bearing in mind where you finished.
We must have had 100, surely.
That's what I'm...
Oh, no, maybe not. No, we wouldn't have had 100 because we weren't in Europe.
Okay, I was going to say, I mean, all comps is difficult. It's easy to see it off the league table, but
we got knocked out. We scored 1 goal in the FA Cup against Burnley, and then we got knocked out by City, and we scored 1 goal in the League Cup because we lost in penalties. So based on that, we scored 76 goals last season, and James Maddison was responsible for last season 15 of those goals. I'm just very, very quickly going to run to the loo.
Cool. So Spurs scored 76 goals last season. Actually, no, Europe. What are they on this season? 50, 53. Don't know European stats or other. Yeah, they've scored a lot of goals. To be fair. Bear with me, chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Leao and the AC manager don't see eye to eye. Is that the current manager of AC Milan? I know they've just got Conceição in, haven't they? They obviously parted ways with the guy before that. Reese says, out of Rafa, Leao, Cody Gakpo, Kingsley Coman, Henry. Oh, Henry. Sorry. Who would you want at Spurs? I can't answer that, but surely he's going to take Gakpo, I think. That's my guess. He doesn't know we've read this out, so let's see. Let's get him to answer that, Reese. Nico Williams is one of the best left wings in European football at the moment. Is he? I don't think his stats would suggest that. Absolute nonsense, and I watch all the Spanish football. Most of the names you mentioned as up-and-coming Premier League, more up-and-coming players. Modric in no way is world-class. Henry, I'll tell you what, they're not having your Modric take on world-class.
Did you see his goal the other day for Madrid?
Mate, I think Modric for 20 minutes on a football pitch is world-class. I don't think he could do it over 90 minutes.
How many other players in world football do an outside of the boot cross into the box like he does?
How many people could impact a game for 20 minutes like he can when he comes on? There's not many at his age as well. He's an exceptional player, mate. His legs are just slowly going. Yeah, answer this because I've just answered who I think you're going to choose.
Cody Gakpo.
I knew it. That's what I said.
I think Kingsley Coman's the worst of the three. Nico Williams is one of the best left wingers in the world at the moment. Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah, he's
his
good,
stats are poor this season.
Yeah, but he's similar to Foden. He's having a hangover from the Euros.
Oh, you reckon? Yeah. To be fair,
he steps up in the big games though. Last season, he was absolutely unreal in the Copa del Rey, and he won that. And he was unreal in the Euros. He scored in the final.
Yeah, no, he did obviously excel in the Euros. To be fair, but yeah, look, I've got to shoot because you've got to do your poker stream and you got to get some people winning money.
You can actually join it if you want. I can send you a link.
Mate, I have no idea how to play poker or anything like that.
I mean, I do know what I'm doing.
That's your poker face.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Good to chat. Good to chat everything football and see where.
I'll give you a message after this.
Yeah, go on. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, take care, mate.
Sweet.
Right now, this is going to be interesting because let me quickly share this. Right. What's everyone? Nico Williams is honestly mostly on the bench. Really? Oh, mate, Douglas Costa. Now, he had some ability. Right, now I am actually taking part in this poker tournament, which I am quite nervous about. If anyone's got any tips on how to play poker, that would be greatly appreciated. If Virgil van Dijk leaves Liverpool, I want Alessandro Bastoni. I think Bastoni is one of the most unique centre-backs in Europe right now. I think he's top 3 centre-backs in the world already. I think on ball, he's absolutely outrageous. I think he's so good on ball. What is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? There we go. Yeah, I think he's so good on ball. Right, has anyone got any tips for poker? Hopefully this should play chess online. No, this is actually like a legit tournament. Like this is, if you click on like lobby chat here, I can actually send the, if people, make sure you get over to GG Poker and sign up. That'd be greatly appreciated. But if I click on like players, like this is actually like, look at all these people I'm up against. There's me, Henry 96. I'm up against all of these people. Dontov, Lucky Pays. I mean, for me, it's just about trying to get as far as I can. Yeah, I absolutely, Reese. If I win jackpot, absolutely. If anyone's got any tips, now's your time. When is this? Right, this tournament starts in a minute. Oh, this is going to be. I'm going to get absolutely rinsed here, aren't I? Right. Here we go. It starts in 1 minuto. There's 137 people playing in this tournament up against me. Big up to GG Poker, of course. Scan the QR code on screen. Sign up. That'd be greatly appreciated. I think Terry might be in the same lobby as me. Is he in the same lobby as me? Where's Terry? I wonder if he's down as the football terrace. Oh. Hang on, lads. I'm sharing the wrong screen here. Right, we're in. Take my seat. What? Right, what? Right, let's have a look at my cards. Oh, a queen and a 2. I'm going to fold on that. I do not like them cards. Thoughts on Arnie Slot? What he's done with Liverpool this season, he's absolutely unreal, mate. I actually think Arnie Slot this season has been the best tactical. Oh, there's a 2 there. Fuck. I actually think he's been the best tactical manager this season. I think his in-game tactical changes. I like the fact that when it comes to his subs, I like the fact that he doesn't, like, he's not scared to make his subs. I think he's a top manager. Right, there's already $6,000 in this pot. What? Has anyone got any tips here? Who am I up against? Everyone in here is from the UK. Someone's already gone all in. Hillary Bluff's gone all in on a first round. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Right, so he's on free. Right, here we go. Give me some decent cards. A jack and a free. And that's not great, is it? Reese says, wasn't Arnie on the shortlist? Yeah, he actually was. And for some reason, we didn't take him. Because we're complete idiots. A jack and a free. Yeah, I'm going to call that. Right, well, I've got a pair of threes. And there's a queen there. That's actually... Yeah, I'm going to check on that. Yeah, I'm going to call that as well. 2 queens. Right, if a jack comes up. No, I'm going to lose this. Just don't come last. And an ace. Go on, go on, go on, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. No, absolutely not. No way. Who would you want to replace Ange Postecoglou? Just any manager. Oh, it was only me and him. Bollocks. Just any manager that can tactically change the game. Go all in because he's about to put in a 4 and a 5. Everyone's folding. Everyone's folding. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to go in for it. I mean, I don't have a great hand here, do I? So hang on, an ace, a 2, and a 3, and I've got a 5 and a 4. So 2 aces now. Yeah, I'm gonna A straight, A to 5. Oh yeah, shit. I'm going for this. Who's got Indy? Who's got a straight? Have I got a straight? 2 aces. Go on. I won. Yes! We fucking won, lads. A 4 and a 7. Absolutely not. That is a shit hand. Big up, Indy. Thanks for the help, mate. We're currently not last. What's this little thing here? Oh, mate, what have I done there? What on earth is that? It's a really patient game, this, isn't it? Like, you have to be proper... I mean, I just want to go straight in. Why is he putting, oh my God? He has gone all in. Woodrow 190 has gone all in. He won, didn't he? Oh, he might be out here. Mate, they've all 3 of them have gone all in. He's out. That geezer's out. He's only got 663 chips left. He's got 8,000 now, though. Why is this geezer over here sitting out? Who is... Why are you sitting out? Oh, he's out. We didn't come last, boys. We did not come last. A king and a 2. A king and a 2. A king and a 2. Yeah, go on. Let's have it. King and a 2. Right, he's folding. Go on, what you got then? What's he got? What's Woodrow 190 got? That's not a great start for me, is it? He's going up 386. Nah. I bet it's going to be a 2 now. I bet it's a 2. Or a king. What would it have been? Oh, I won't find out. A king and a 3. Mate, what is it with these shit hands? All right, we'll have to just call it, won't we? A king and a 3. All right, so currently, I mean, there's an ace pair there and a queen. So if there's a king that comes up and a 10 and oh fuck yeah, we're in here. We are well and truly in here. Two pair, ace and kings. He's folding. They're all folding like deck chairs. I mean, he's called it. Fucking hell. Go on. We both won. All right, I'll take that. 8 and a 9. Chris says I must start playing this. Obviously, gamble responsibly, of course. Right, we've got a 9 and an 8, which is good because we're on for a flush and a straight. I'm going to raise to 120. He's folded. Woodrow's basically in by the skin of his teeth here. He's folded. Right, this follow. What you got? Come on, raise me. Oh, bollocks. I need a 9. What do I need here? I need a 9. Oh, I've got a shit hand here. Check. Don't raise. Don't raise. Do not raise. Do not raise. So we've got 2 pair of 8s and 4s. Oh, as if he had... Right, we're in deep water here. Limits are going up. The blinds are going up. Yeah, we're in deep water here. A 4 and a 5. Who's JJ Poker 1? I'm going to sit this one out. I've got to play this strategically, and I didn't finish last, which is actually quite decent for me, to be honest. Has anyone in this chat actually played poker before? Right, he's raising to 420. If the ant is low, you always want to try to see the flop, first 3 cards. Right, okay. Okay, I get it. So realistically, Hillary Bluff and Davis 21, one of those has probably got a 10 and the other one's probably got an ace. He's gone all in, balls deep. Hillary Bluff's won, hasn't he? Yeah. He's out. Davies 21's out. So I lasted longer than him as well. I've done better than 22 people so far. A 5 and a 9. A 5 and a 9. No, I'm going to sit this one out. Don't fancy that hand. I reckon this Hillary Bluff's a decent player, you know. I've played poker on Red Dead Redemption. Man, that game is unbelievable. He's won again, hasn't he? Oh, Woodrow might win here. Unless it's a king or a 10. Ooh. He won. Indy says you're playing a simulation of one deck poker, so there's only 52 cards in a deck. Right, okay. A king and a 4. A king and a 4. Yeah, I'm going to try and play this one. No, absolutely not. He's raised the bet. Go on. I bet it's a 4 or a king, isn't it? Guess we'll never know. A queen and a 6. A queen and a 6. A queen and a 6. Fuck, you know, what are we doing here? I need a queen and a 6 to come up big time. Let the first 2 cards be a queen and a 6. He's folding. Jade. Right, we got a queen in there. And a jack and a 10. So we're actually on at the moment for a royal. We're actually on for a royal at the moment. If a king and if a king and an ace come up here, oh fuck! Oh, do not raise. Do not fucking raise. Right, he's checked as well. So 2 pairs. I need this win big time. I need this. I need this. Yes! Come on. We're still alive. You're in a good spot. You have a highest pair on the board unless someone has pockets. A queen and a 7. A queen and a 7. I'm ranked 56. We're down to the last 60. Imagine if I won. What do I do? Queen. Yeah, we're actually gonna. We got a queen there. Right. If another queen comes up, do you know what I'm gonna call it? I need a queen here. So 2 6s and 2 queens. Oh, back-to-back wins, mate. Jordan 96, 97. An ace and a 9. An ace and a 9. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to call. he's called it big time, hasn't he? Yeah, we're going for it. Oh, we got an ace. So we've got a pair of aces at the moment. Pair of aces. Someone said do a Spurs save on. Ah! Why have I done that? Do a Spurs save on Foot Manager. I might bring FIFA back. Everyone used to pressure them. He's all in. Oh, shit. I won. Go on, be a 9. Yes! Come on! He's out as well, mate. Have some of that. Pick up Indy for the advice. We're absolutely smashing this. We're down to the last 27. A king and an 8. So we're on for a full house here. What were the dramatic effects? What do you reckon, Indy, about a king and an 8? So I could technically get a... We're going to call. Mate, Woodrow's all in. We need a king and an 8. Oh, shit. Be an 8, 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 be an 8. No, bollocks. That wasn't a good hand, was it? A 5 and an 8. No, I'm going to fold. Not a great hand, that, is it? A 5 and an 8. How comes this Afera just keeps sitting out? How comes he keeps sitting out? Oh, no. No, there's a 5 and an 8 there. I should have stayed. I've got 2 pairs. Why didn't I stay? Why didn't I stay? I bet you I would have won this at all. Would I have won this? Would I have won this? But he's only got a 5. Limits are going, blinds are going up. A 10 and a 6. A 10 and a 6. Why have I just done that? I'm going to probably lose here. 10 and a 6. We've got a 6 and a 10. Oh, my Lord. Oh my God. What am I doing here? I'm all in. Holy fucking shit. Oh my God. We've just won the pot. We've just won the pot, lads. We've fucking oh my Lord. I'm ranked 6 in this entire oh my days. I am ranked 6 in this entire lobby. What is going on with this? Jesus Christ. Yeah, go on. We might as well. We got some. Oh my Lord. So you got 5s and a 3. There's 5 grand in that pot. Nah. Someone's gonna have a 5, aren't they? Guarantee you one of these, but it's got a 5. Yeah, he won because he had a 7. A king and a 6. A king and a 6. Nah, I'll pass. I bet you the first 2 chips that come out are a king and a 6. You ready for this? Oh, he's in trouble there. Oh, if this is a queen or a... He won. Jesus, he got lucky there, didn't he? So Conquer 99's out. God, they're dropping like flies here, lads. Oh, absolutely. Give me a queen. Give me a queen. He's going to have a 7 and an 8, isn't he? I need a queen here. I need a queen to come out in the next 2. Oh, I don't know. We're going for it. Give me a queen. Shit. Oh, mate. If that was a queen... If that was a queen... Oh, mate. So I've currently won $50. There's a 4-minute break. I've currently won $50 so far. That geezer's won $1,200. If that was a queen, we would have wiped the table. We would have won that table. We're currently second, and we've so far knocked 7 players out. So currently we're ranked 15 out of 118. We've won $50. But if that was a queen, I would have absolutely smashed that table to pieces. But we're still in a good place. We're currently, I mean, that geezer's all in, so Conqueror is out. He's out. I can't believe that wasn't a fucking queen, man. How'd you get 2 queens? You're winning, and then the last card that comes out is what he has. So much BS. Right, we got as if I've survived until the break. I'm playing this. So first prize on this table gets $233 before we can progress. So I've got to beat that RSA 95. I'm not worried about GG Poker, even though he's a bit of JJ Poker. He's a bit of a shithouse. But yeah. What's the Aston Villa score? Was that kicked off yet? I can't get over that. If I'd have had a flipping queen, mate. What are these little things here? Oh, that's what that means. So when that geezer was punching me, what on earth am I doing? I've basically just started a war, haven't I? Why have I decided to use that during the break? What an absolute tit. I know what that does now. That blinds you because that geezer flipping. That geezer did it to me and I couldn't see my hand. Right, we got 1 minute and 52 until we resume. But we're doing all right. You can, if you scan that QR code and join GG Poker, you have an opportunity to win £1,000 UK daily giveaway. Oh, mate, imagine if I won this. What is it, Friday? A decent night out, that. All these little emojis. Oh, so how do I get rid of that? What are all these? Why are my chips moving up and down? What on earth is happening here? Oh, I've just realised that Bluff geezer's been knocked out. Hillary Bluff. He had something like 20,000 chips. He's been knocked out. So there was originally 20 of us. And it's down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, we've got 35. Oh, Dre 3005. Right, where's my friend gone? Where's India? Are you still in the chat? I know you haven't written a message in a little while, but you was actually doing me a solid there. Right, here we go. 20 seconds. This guy is sitting out. He's won $1,082 today. Jeezy peeps. How much has David Watts won? $27. Lit. Right, so RSA has won $48 today. Right, here we go. See what the cards are. Oh, fucking hell. How do I... Right. We got a pair of aces. How do I get rid of them poxy chips in front of me cards? Right, don't raise. Don't raise. Right, he's calling. Pressure. Pressure him. Right, fuck it. We're going to raise. We're going up to 340. Right, we've got to wait and see what RSA does in his response. If an ace comes out, we are well and truly in. Oh, he's folded. Right. He's all in. Fletcher, he's all in. Oh, what am I doing here? So I've got 2 pairs. Take him. People are just returning from break and all want to play a hand. Yes! Have some of that, Fletcher, mate. There's a new fucking sheriff in town. We're ranked 6 out of 117. Go on, give us another good hand. Oh, fucking shit. Fucking hell, there's already 5 grand in the pot. I'm not doing it with this hand. How do I get rid of them chips that are blocking my bloody... Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank God I folded. Oh, wow. What a hand he's got. Oh, it's curtains. David Watts has been eliminated, mate. David Watts, you're out, son. You're out. Right, we need another good hand here. Give us a couple of pet kings or something. What's that mean? Who's pouring water over my screen? A king and a 4. A king and the 4. Yeah, fuck it, we'll call. Bayern Munich have just gone 1-0 down to Stuttgart. Suited, decent hand. Is it a decent hand? A king and a 6? I've got to see what he does because he's the biggest threat to me at the moment. He's calling as well. I've got nothing. Oh, I've got a king and a 6. So if we get another king and another or a 6, a king, a jack, and a 10. Actually, fucking hell, we might be on for a. If we get a jack and a queen, we've absolutely hit it off big time. It's a 5. It's not great, is it? We're going to check. If he goes, I'll go. It's about having your bollocks in it, really. I mean, it's not great. I might do him just because I've got... Man, that geezer's uploaded his own profile picture. He's raised. Shit. You're raised. I'm going to have to raise now, aren't I? Fucking bastard. I mean, he's only beat me just. He only beat me just. A 6 and a 10. I mean, I can get a flush. Why have I got these chips? Is it because I'm winning? I'm not winning by a lot, though. I mean, I've not got nothing here, have I, really? A 10 and a 6. I've not got a lot here, have I? What is this geezer? Come on, Mazda OPK. Now, if I get a 6 and a 10 in the next 2 cards, so he's bet 479. So he's going to have a jack or an 8. I reckon he's got a jack. Or he's bluffing. He's going to have a jack, which means we need one of the next cards. I don't really have anything here. I don't really know if it's worth. Oh, fucking hell, what am I doing here? He's sitting out. So it's 1-on-1. I've got absolutely nothing. I'm literally going on bollocks. Yeah, he's going to win. He's going to have a jack and a... Yeah, what a surprise. Fuck you, mate. Oh. A jack and a 5. A jack and a 5. No, I'm going to sit this one out. All right, now I've just folded, right? Watch the first 2 cards be a jack and a 5. I mean, everyone's folded. Watch the first 2 cards. Oh, there's a pair of 3s and a queen. What's the Aston Villa score? FA Cup. Aston Villa 0-0. He's folded. We might be in this for the long haul, yeah? We might have to just stay patient and just wait. And when we get a big hand, just go all in. What did he win with? An ace and a 10. Bad bet. Yeah, just play smart. You're in a good spot. Yeah, I agree. An ace and a 3. 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 He's folded. I'm going to check. So 2 jacks. Oh, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, fuck me. Let's raise it to 960. There's no way that geezer's got a better hand than me unless he's got an ace and a jack. Yes! A 3 and a 6. What do we do here with a 3 and a 6? Everyone's folded, which tells me they've all got shit hands. He's raised to 1380. No. I bet you it's a 3 and a 6 now. I bet you the first 2 cards are a 3 and a 6. I think a fold was a smart bet there. Go on. I bet it's a 3 and a 6. What? No. Fuck it. All right. King and an 8. What are we on for? We're on for a full house. We get a 10, a 7, and a 5. We're on for a full house. So there's a good chance I can get a full house here. What are you doing, RSA? Yeah, go on, I'll call it. He's raising it. Fucking hell, he's raised it 9-7. He's raised it bloody like 800 chips. Oh, that is a big bet. That is a. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Come on. Oh. There's 11 grand. Oh my God, he's all in. They're both all in. They're both on 9s. No, absolutely not. I'm folding. An ace and a queen. An ace and a. Is he out? He's out. If this please be a 4. Be a 4. Be a 4. He's out. RSA has been eliminated, mate. Have some of that. Oh, they both won. Oh. Well, that's shit, isn't it? A 9 and a 10. Oh, you filthy. He's gone all in. Mate, what is it? Everyone's swinging around with their Corey out. Why have I just done 2,842 chips? An ace, a jack, and a king. We need a queen for... What am I doing? What am I doing? Shit. If this next card... Be a 10. Be a 10. Or a... Oh. Fuck. No. Slow. I'm down to 28 now. A 10 and a 2. See you later. Mate, that geezer has gone all in with 13,000 chips. Oh. Bayern Munich equalised. Go on, be a 6. Be a 6. Oh my God, he's out. Is he out? He's out. What is it with these 5 and a 6? Oh no. I wonder if is Terry still alive? What's Terry got? He's only got 2,000 chips. 2 2s, an 8 and an ace. And what did I have? I had a 5 and a 6. Yeah, so JJ won. I'm glad I sat out then. Go on, give me a decent hand. An ace and a 7. An ace and a 7. An ace and a 7. There's already 1,000 chips in the pot. They're folding. He's going to raise. Conqueror, 1,000,000% he's going to raise. Why? He's going to have an 8. He's going to have an 8. Go on, he's going to raise again. He's going to have an 8. Oh, mate. I've lost this hand. What on earth is he doing? What did he have? What cards did he have? Fuck. An ace and a 6. Oh, no way. Oh, I bet you it's an... Is that Folo out? Is that Folo geezer been kicked out? He's out now, isn't he? Yeah, he's out. A 2 and a 7. What is that? Oh, I don't know. What did I have? I can't even what I had now. What? I can't even what hand I had. I think I'd have won this. What did I have? Oh, I'd have won that. Oh, you got an 8 and a 10. I'd have won that hand and all. Fuck! No! 6 and a 7. The best I can hope for was a flush here. We got a 7. I bet he's going to have a 10. Bet JJ Poker's going to have a 10. Or Jack and a 10 or something like that. He's going to have a Jack. I guarantee you he's got a Jack. Mate, how unlucky is that, man? That's so shit. How have I gone from conquering the table to being... Oh, absolutely not. That geezer's all in on the first... Absolutely not, mate. Oh... Mate, there's 28 grand on the table. Oh my God. Oh my God. Conqueror is just, oh my Lord. I've had to join a new table. Queen and a 4. There's only 96 players left in it. A queen and a 4, man. Oh, yes. Do I go all in? Don't call. I always have the nuts. Who's he giving it to? That is a big win. That is a huge win. That is a massive win. Oh, yes. Oh, fuck. No. We need a king or a 10. Last card here. Oh, shit. What did I have? I'd have won. You fucking idiot. No, I wouldn't. What did I have? I can't even remember if I'd have won or not. Right. Oh, 5 and a 3. Oh, I would have lost what I had in the... Yeah, I don't like that card, that hand. So I'm ranked 23 out of 95 people. What did I have? Oh, there's a 5 there and all. Hang on, is that telling me the next 2 cards are already going to come out? There's a 3 and a 2. Is this card going to be a 3? I'm on another table now. A 10 and a 3. A 10 and a 3. No, I don't fancy that. Oh, there's a 3 there. Of course it is. Come on, let's fucking have it. Go on, get next card be a 10. Next card be a 10. Of course, got a pair of 3s. I'm literally going with a pair of 3s. Pair of 2s and a pair of 3s. Pair of 2s and a pair of 3s. Oh. Well done, then. Yes! Come on. A king and an 8. King and an 8. You can see in the chat. What's he writing? Why is he putting a laughing face? A king and an 8. So what hands can I get? He's already raising it 1,500. So I can get full house. No, I don't fancy that. I bet it's going to be a king and an 8 first 2 cards. What cards did he have? I can't even see his cards. As if we've got to level 6, by the way. A jack and a 6. A jack and a 6. We'll call this one. He's raising to 950. He's going to have a strong hand, isn't he? He's folding. What do I do? So a pair of 10s. Why is he raising? Two pairs of kings and 2 10s. So he's gonna have he must have a queen or a 10. He must have a queen or yeah. Oh, look at that. What am I supposed to do with that? Queen and a 10. That's a good hand. That's a good hand. I got it straight. We take those small wins. We take those small wins. An 8 and a 9. Ace and a 9. Pair of 4s. And a 6. I bet you the next card's an ace. 6k in the pot. He's got 3 4s. If this is a 6, he's won. What did I have? Yeah, I'd have lost. King and a 3. King and a 3. Wonder if Terry's still in. Is Terry still in his tournament? He's just about still in. No, I'm going to sit this one out. Oh, what have I done? Oh, you absolute plank. I had a pair of kings there. There's a 10 and a bloody ace. It's a bloody royal. What a tit. I bet it's a bloody 10 or an ace, isn't it? Oh, pair of 2s. A king and a 10. That's a good start. Five, 6, 7. Hang on, there's a thingy on here. King. I won. How did he win? Oh, he had a pair of 6s. A 10 and a 5. No, I'm sitting this one out. Lads, there's only 87 players left in this one. We've actually done extremely well. What did I have? 5, 6. A jack and a 6. It's not a great hand, is it? A jack and a 6. A jack and a 6. Oh, yes. Oh, fucking yes. Big win that. Big win that. Big, big win that. Come on. What do you mean players are now on a break? Are we? Right, well, we're through to level 7. He's just added 5,000 chips. Can I do that? How do I? How has he added 5,000 chips? Jeezy peeps. Yeah, I think we'll give that a miss. $82 players left out of 150. We're currently ranked 36. Oh, so I can see my stats here. Right, let's do some stretching. Oh, wonder what old Luke the Nuke would do, eh? It's not even going to focus, is it? Yeah, no worries. Right, we've got 55 seconds left. Jeez, we've been streaming for nearly 3 hours. Do you think Wanyeri or MLS has a high ceiling? In terms of ability, probably Wanyeri. He is 17 years of age and one of the hottest prospects in the Premier League right now in terms of his age. The only other player from his age, I think, has a similar trajectory is probably Mikey Moore. What I would say though is MLS is actually a DM playing left back, and he's kind of got he's got something about him where he's not really phased. Like he just walked into the team, doing Haaland celebration. I think they're both incredible talents. I think they'll both do really well. I just don't know. I personally think Odegaard will be sold in the next 2 years for players like the Wanyeri to progress. Oh, fuck me. Right, we've got a good starting point here. We need an ace, a king, and a jack for a royal. Excuse me. He's raised. I don't know why I've raised that. So what do I need? I need a 10 and an ace. He's going to raise. 100% he's going to raise. He's going to raise, isn't he? We need a queen or a jack in the next. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Go on, let it go to one more card and let the card be a jack. Pair of fives and a pair of queens. I bet he's going to have a king and a queen, isn't he? Bet he's got a king and a... Shit. 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 Oh, my Lord. He won, didn't he? Yes! God! Yes! mate. Have some of that. Myth and Der, however you pronounce your surname. Come on. Up to 13th out of 79 people with a jack and a 4. No, we're going to sit this one out. What did I have? If he's going to... Oh, I don't know what he's going to have. It's 14k in the pot, and that geezer's gone all in. He's gone all in. He's gone all in. Oh, what a hand that is. What did I have? God, this is a jack. I might... Oh! Oh, I only had a pair of 4s. He just won 20,000 chips. A 3 and a 7, mate. What is that? I don't know why I'm going on this hand because there's nothing. I got a 3 though. I got a pair of 3s. I've got no chance. He's gonna have. Yeah, no chance. He's got a pair of aces. It's unlucky, that is. It's unlucky. Oh, jack and a 3. Oh, absolutely. We're going to raise to 1,250. I don't know why I've just bet 1,500, but okay. He's gone all in. He has gone all in. 5k in the pot here. Go on, I'll match you. Go on, give us another jack. I won. Go on. Oh, it's not looking good. Be a jack. How the fuck has he done that? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gents, we will raise to 500. Pair of queens. I can't believe that Conan geezer just pulled that out of his backside. Go on, I'll match you. No worries. Oh, yes. 2 pairs to start off the match. Unless he's got a pair of kings. He's going to have a pair of kings, isn't he? Oh, he's cool. Yeah, 100%. He's got a pair of kings. I'm going for it, though. He's 100% going to have a pair of kings. I won. Yes! Come on. Oh, 3 and a 9. I'm going to fold. There's only 73 players left, lads. And ladettes. What did I have? Oh, I mean, it's not great. So I'm absolutely starving. We're only 73 players away from winning the jackpot. I'm not entirely sure what the jackpot is. My laptop is hotter than the bloody sun. Who's bluff me, baby? 1, 2, 3. That's good. Bluff me, baby. 1, 2, 3. We've ranked 11 out of 71. They are dropping like flies. What did I have? Yeah, I had 100% I was losing that. Oh, unless this is a 9. This is a 9. I might have done something. Nah, no chance. That geezer's won. He's got a fucking pair of 8s and a pair of jacks. They both won. They share in the pot. Oh, that geezer's picture's sick, Ricky Span. A 6 and an 8. 6 and an 8. I can get a flush. Do you know what? Oh, yes. Right. We got a pair of 6s. I'll check. He's going to have a jack and a 10. 2 pairs. Oh, he's going to have a jack and a 10. Oh, no. Ah. How's he won that? An 8 and a 2. I'm actually starving. I'm going to get to make me a sandwich. Oh. I mean, a 10 and a 2 is about as useful as a bloody chocolate teapot. I know it's going to be a 10 now, the first card. Well, I knew it. I had a pair of 10s. God, I tell you what, I'm getting cramps in here. Go on, I bet that's going to be a 10. What did he win on? What cards did he win on? Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Why have I just... Oh, shit. Oh. Quackhead. He's bet $2,000. Oh, no. Oh, what is he doing? Ah! Go on, I bet it's going to be a bloody king or a queen, isn't it? What did he win on? Oh, why won't it tell me what his cards was? A jack and a 9. That's not great, is it? Is Terry still in his tournament? Terry's down to the last 65. That geezer, Quackhead, he's won $600 today. If that geezer's got a king and an ace, I am royally fucked. Do not have a king and an ace. Oh, mate, what is he doing? We're slowly getting eliminated here, boys. Who's Welch Dragon? A 10 and a 2. What am I going to do with that? It's only 63 left in, lads. If we get a decent hand here, what did I have? Yeah, I had a shand. If I get like, I'm going to go all in on the next hand I get, the next big hand I get. I need to get, I mean, that geezer's got bloody 23,000 more chips than I do. He's going to be like in the top 10. I'm currently ranked 38. We are on level 8, by the way. What did I have? A 10 and a 2. What's the next card? What did he win on? 7 and a queen. That is arse. Oh, no way. Yeah, that was a smart play, that. He's gone all in. That geezer's gone all in. Players are now on a break. Number 1, he's currently got 48,000 chips. Mate, Bluff Me Babies won $1,000 today. He's won $1,067 today. Right, I'm on a break, so I'm very, very quickly going to run to the loo. That guy's got Gandalf as his picture. All right, 2 seconds. Oh, right, we're back. We are back. What's the FA Cup scores on the doors? Aston Villa are 0-0 Cardiff. Watkins, Bailey, Asensio, and Rashford is their front four. They can't break down bloody Cardiff. Bayern Munich 2-1 up. Ah. Right, I've got over 90 seconds and then we're back. Someone have brought out. Oh my god. Arsenal have brought out. Oh. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh. Right, just over a minute. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. This quackhead's a big threat, you know. He's a really big threat. Someone's got 66K. Jesus. So if I hang on. Let me see that again. So if I get in the top 10, I get 20. Is that $20? That's a flipping joke, mate. Then again, if I survive in the top 10, I think you get put into another tournament. Right, here we go. Tournament resumes. Oh, mate. What am I going to do with that? It's a shit hand. Actually, it might have. I could have got a flush from that. Ah, shit. Oh, would have had a pair of sevens. Would have been a bad start. How do you sit out like these? What's global sit out mean? An 8 and a 2. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with a bloody 8 and a 2? And he's already raising 1,500. Yeah, I'll pass. I made the right call there. That geezer's flipping put down. He's just won 5. An ace and a 6. An ace and a 6. An ace and a 6. That is a shit hand. Why have I done that? Oh, he's going to have a jack and a king, isn't he? Oh, we're going for it. Oh, yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, do not raise. Don't raise. He won, didn't he? Oh, we both won. I'll take that. I'll take that. A 3 and a 5, mate. What am I going to do with that? I was going to water the garden with it. Yeah, get me out of there ASAP. Pair of 9s and a 10. Mate, I want to... This quackhead geezer has won $600 today. H. Sibs. Welch Dragons won 94 cents. This Myth Miranda bloke's won 3K today. So he's going to be a... Oh, mate, what are we doing here? There's only 57 people left, by the way. Terry got knocked out. Terry finished 56. So we did better than him, and he's an experienced player. Oh, I had a 6. Oh, you tit. Oh, mate, come on. Give me a decent card. Oh, a pair of 8s. Yeah, I'll start on that. That's not a bad start. It's not a bad start. Shit. He's going to have a better hand than me. I was banking on that to be an 8. How has he won that? Oh, he had a jack. Oh, you mother. Oh, 4 and a 2. There's only 55 people left. What did I have? A 4 and a 2. Yeah, I had absolutely nout. Unless that's a... Seven and an 8. 7 and an 8. So we could get a straight flush, or it's a shit hand. That's a good start. 8 and a 10. I'm going to raise. You don't want them to know you have anything off the flop? Oh, fuck me. Oh, what? So you kind of lure them in? Yeah, that's my bad. Fuck, so I should have done that. Why didn't I think of that? There's only 55 players left. Three and an 8. George OP. I didn't delete the chat. What are you talking about? Pair of queens and a 4. Oh, no. I'd have won that. You mother. A jack and a 9. Oh, that's just shit, isn't it? Well, that was absolutely pony. Queen and a 7. Hang on. King, queen, ace. So we get a jack and a 10. Royal's on. A 4. How did he win? What did he have? An ace and a 9. Not had the best of hands recently. Not had the best of hands at all. King 4, jack 4. Someone's clearly got a 4, haven't they? He's going to have a 4, isn't he? Six and an 8. That geezer's gone all in. 91% chance. 95% chance. Unless there's a 10 here. 91. Queen and an 8. I need something big here, lads. Need something huge. Right, I've got a pair of 8s. It's not great though, is it? And a pair of 5s. That geezer's going to have a 5, isn't he? I'll need this. Small win, but we'll take it. 3 and a 5. 3 and a 5. What are we going to do with a 5 and a 3? That Bluff Me Baby was on 30k at one point. Why have I just called that? I don't know. We've got a 5. That geezer's all in. I got to play this. Oh, wow. If he needs a jack, he has to get a jack on his card. No, he's out. He's out. Huge win, that. Queen and a 5. I've got worms. I can't play poker face today. I've got nothing here. I like check and fold. I've got nothing. Big up, Chris. A jack and a 6. These hands aren't being bloody nice at all. Like they're actually being really shit. If he raises, yeah. Oh, we got a pair. Still not going to be strong enough. Still not going to be strong enough. He's raised 1,000. He's raised 1,000. Shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I'm out. I'm not out. I've definitely lost this round though. 10k in there. No chance. I might put in fucking 6k in there. I would have won. He only had a pair of 2s. You mother. Oh, mate. I would have won that. Well, why didn't I go for it? I'm in the bottom 4 now. I've got to get a big hand here somewhere. I need like a queen and a 4 to be the first. Who's raising 3 grand off the bat? No chance. Queen and a 10. That's better. That's much better. He's raised 1,500. I'll have to match it, why not? I'm in the bottom 3. It's 8 grand I could do with this. And it's not happened, does it? It's 18k in that pot. I could really do with this. That geezer's gone all in. Oh, he's gone all in. There's 36k. Fuck it. If we win this, we've got to get a... No! No! I need a jack. This better be a queen or a 10. Fuck! Oh, I won. Yes! Oh my days! That's absolutely unreal. How have we just done that? I have no idea. Oh my lord. Oh, that was absolutely outrageous. Big up in the chat. That was absolutely outrageous. What did I have? I had a 6 and all. I can't believe I just went all in. Mate, we are in the top 50, ladies and gents. I actually win money as it stands. What do I win? Is that what I win? $17? What a joke. Oh, mate, that was an absolutely unbelievable play from myself. That was ridiculous. Coman's just scored for Bayern Munich. Right. A king and a 4. No, I don't like the look at that. Queen and a 2. I've actually got the second most chips. And you know, honestly, that win paid off trumps. Oh, I'd have won this. I'd have won. I got a flush. Jammy bastard. A 10 and a 7. 10 and a 7. So I can get a straight if I get a jack, a 9 and an 8. I've got a pair. If I get a 9 and an 8. He's better with 1,500. Pair of 10s and a pair of queens. I bet that geezer's got an 8 and a 10. Fucking hell, what am I doing here? 11k in the pot. Oh my lord. As it stands, we're in the top 10, ladies and gents. Man, we're in absolute flames right now, by the way. It's not a great hand, is it? It's not a great hand, and he's raised. It's not a great hand. Ah, he's 33k in there. That geezer's gone all in. What would the card have been? What would the card have been? Oh, he's got an 8 and an 8. Go on. Go on, Ricky. Ah, lucky. There's under 40 people left. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That guy is number 2 on the entire lobby. He's now on my table. That geezer is the second highest person. Is now on my table. I've got a pair of kings and there's a pair of threes on the table and all. I won that. I'm going to fold. What did I have? 5 and a 3. Could buy a brass in Kidderminster for £50. Crackheads are living in town centre. Jeezy peeps, Chris. What did I have? Oh, thank God for that. Welch Dragon's gone all in. Oh, wow. He's got a queen and a jack. That was a great play from him. That was a great play. Mate, what is it with these absolute awful hands? A jack and an 8. We'll take that. Need a 7, a 9, and a jack, and a 10 for a straight flush. A 7, a 9, and a 10. And there is some absolute big boys on this table. We got the 7, and we've got a jack. So if we get another jack, I'm going to go all in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's 15k in this pot. I need a 9. Holy shit. I need a 9. Oh, no. Mate, what a hand that geezer just had. He's on 53. I'm 18 at 44. Queen and a 9. A pair of queens. A small win, but we'll take it. King on a 2. I don't know how I'm still in this competition. Out of 125 people, and I'm ranked 18. I've got the 2. I've got a pair of 2s. I need a king here. Need a king or another 2. Jack, 10, king. Another small win. We'll take it. An ace and a 6. An ace and a 6. God, he's raised 3k. Oh my God, he's all in. Jesus Christ. A jack and a 3. I got a 3. Pair of 3s. And a jack. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Please be a jack. Be a jack. It's another small win. We'll take it. I should have went higher then. I should have went much higher. Should have went much higher then. What did I have? Oh. I had a pair of queens. So that's a queen. Oh, it's a 5. Oh, I had a 1. A 7 and a 9. Best I can hope for is a straight. Best I can hope for is a straight. Shocking. Four and a 7, mate. What am I going to do with that? Oh, so I can put one of these little things over someone's... Mate, someone's got 96k. Jeezy peeps. A 9 and a 10. A 9 and a 10. So the straight flush is on. I need an 8 and a 7 and a jack. 8, 7 and a jack. 8, 7 and a jack. 8, 7 and a jack. 8. Oh, fuck my old boots. Oh, what a shocking set of cards. That is... what's the card? Oh! 4 and an 8. There's only 43 people left. King and a 7. King and a 7. King and a 7. He's matched it. Pair of 6s. And a 3. I'm glad I folded. He's just won 18k. 7 and a 9. No idea where I'm going with this, but we're going to see where this leads. Holy... he's just gone all in. That geezer just went all in. With 52,000 chips. Take those small wins. I should have went higher there again. Queen and an 8. I should have went higher there, shouldn't I? Who's raised 2,100? That's a 5. If that is a 5. If that is a 5, unlucky. If that was a 5, he'd have won that. Oh, 3 and a 6. Pair of 9s. Queen and a 6. Four and a 9. Shocking hand. A 10 and a jack. That's not a bad start. Could get a royal here. Or a straight flush. Or a straight. A 10 and a queen. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's 25k in there. I need this badly. Oh, snap. No. I can't believe I'm out. I ranked 39th out of 188. That is rough. That is rough. Right. FA Cup weekend. What's the scores on the doors? Villa are 2-0 up. Asenjo brace. Right. I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours. So I'm going to hit the hay. Be match reactions out over the weekend for the FA Cup. See you next time.